Hmm. Ah,
Hot start,
All
baby. Let's
right.
go. Let's
yeah. Welcome
go.
in. Glorious edition of No One to Blame Sunday service coming at you live. We have got two champions, head data analyst, and host of the Buffalo Blueprint podcast, Jake. Jake, what's going on, buddy?
What is up? What is up? I am here in church. I am ready to go. Let's go. The Church of Football.
Go. Kev,
Preach it.
co-host. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Got an early touchdown in this London game. I'm sure everybody had Hasty in the first TD, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the
Something
best
like that.
bet, right, for the game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Student and Matt crashing our London preview and placing a bet for a guy that is not even playing. Round of applause.
Right on par.
Right on par with third and manageable. Classic.
Third and manageable.
Yeah.
How we do it?
Boy.
All right. Before we go any further, guys, the show is brought to you by W. W is an incredible energy drink with natural ingredients. Offers no crash, amazing energy. They also have an electrolyte drink to keep you hydrated throughout your busy days. Hit the link in the bio. Use promo code DUE, D-U-E. Get 10% off your first purchase. DUBBY.GG. Promo code DUE. We're also brought to you by Sons of Erie. Sonsoferie.com for some amazing artwork. You can see I switched it up in my backdrop here. I brought out the one of one. That's ode to Otis, the artist formerly known as Otis.
Looks fantastic, by the way.
Hey, they do amazing work over there, man. You know, this one obviously a one-on-one, but you go to their site, they have stuff. It's not just Bill's Mafia stuff. They have lifestyle pieces. It just makes the room look amazing. Okay. We're also brought to you guys by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools. It's a hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. Kayak Pools. It is wintertime. It is the time to start looking for next year's pool. Hit up Kayak Pools if you're in the Western New York area. And last but not least, possibly most important, we have a No One to Blame show sponsor. Kev, I'm going to kick it to you.
Yeah. Super excited about this one. I got my brothers from another mother here at Alter Grounds Outdoor Services, St. Louis and Metro East award-winning outdoor living company. Alter Grounds Outdoor Service is one of the area's top professional landscape companies. They are a family-owned and operated business serving St. Louis and the Metro East for over 20 years. Their mission to make your home and business stand out from the rest, look beautiful, leave you feeling great about your place. They specialize in elegant landscaping, outdoor living, and renowned for their dramatic, better than TV backyard transformations. They offer free consultations all year. Get $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's AGNOTB. They offer services, anything and everything from landscaping, patios, retaining walls, fire pits, concrete work, stonework, landscaping, snow removal in the winter. You hit that snowstorm comes in first time in the Midwest, they got you. Website, altergroundslandscaping.com. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, Alter Grounds Landscaping. Yeah, super excited about this. Yeah, taking care of us, taking care of them, my boys from the Midwest. So love it, man.
Love it. Yeah, make sure you go check out their stuff. Go check out their Instagram, man. They do amazing work. I was blown away. If you're in that greater St. Louis area, man, Altered Grounds will take care of you. Promise you there. Hodge coming in the chat from Charlotte. Let's have ourselves a day. I'm ready. You guys ready?
Always.
I'm pumped, man. This London game's off to a hot start, man. Let's go. Let's go.
How about an update, Jake, since I can't watch it?
It's 7-0 end of the first. New England is leading. They are driving again. Yeah, they're at the Jacksonville 25, driving again. Drake May is 8 of 10 for 87 yards and a touchdown. He's rushed for
Wow.
17 yards as well. He's thrown 4 for 48 to Hunter Henry and 2 for 14 to Demario Davis. So Hasty's got the 1 touchdown on a reception.
Love it.
Hot start,
Yeah,
boys.
do you want to throw up our London bets real quick?
I was all over that Demario Douglas
Yeah.
line. He's already almost there. So I had him at 48.5 and 4.5. He's at 2 for 14 already. Let's go.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
That
All
Drake
right.
May 2+ touchdown is looking nice too.
Yes, Jake. Hot call. Anything you guys want to call out here?
Well, Polk already had a drop, so let's see if he can recover with a TD for my plus 450.
Yeah.
Drake
I like the
reception,
Ingram.
I still like the Ingram touchdown
Yeah.
here.
I like the Ingram yards and receptions too. He's already 2 for 21. He's got all of Trevor Lawrence's passing yards so far. So
Yeah, 10 catches last week. That's his guy.
yep. For better or worse, right?
I
Yeah.
love
Jesse, got anything on here you want to hit on?
That teaser is making me nervous now that New England's all over Jacksonville. Dude, how about New England getting in to the week late, getting into London late this week,
Mhm.
and they're just steamrolling Jacksonville? What is this Jacksonville team? What is
Does that
this?
does that
Terrible.
just tell you like how freaking bad they are? Like
I just don't understand, though. They went from like a competent NFL football team to now New England getting into London late and driving down them after scoring first. Like, what the beep is happening?
The real question is Doug Peterson going to make it back home?
yeah, do Balky and Peterson make it back,
dude.
man?
Okay, yeah, embrace debate. Peterson loses this game, he's out, right?
Gotta be, right? I think he's gotta be.
I think he's out regardless. I just don't know if they'll do it now or they'll wait through the season. Yeah, but he's going to
gotta
be gone.
But see, like
He's
for
got
me,
to be
it's
gone.
Shad Khan is like a London guy, right? Like
Yeah.
embarrassing, dropping both London games. Like it doesn't get much more embarrassing for the franchise than that. You're going
Yeah.
to 1-6. What's the point of keeping him? Like he's just embarrassing you. So
Yeah.
It's the London
Rough.
Jaguars. Like, what are we talking
right,
about?
right.
That's-
Well, you know what's going to
it's
happen when they can't get the taxes paid from the people in Jacksonville for a new stadium. They're gonna be a push to move them to London permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that new development they're doing looks pretty cool though. I hope
Yeah, it
happens.
does. Yeah.
Haven't spent time in Jacksonville. I really hope it gets done. That waterfront area is cool.
Yeah. They can
Big
definitely
3rd and
set that up
7
to be
here.
cool.
3rd and 7, where are they at?
The 23-yard line. Oh, drop. Ouch.
Probably Polk.
It was not Polk. It was Booty. It was a little booty action.
Booty.
I think it was Bourne, actually.
Was it Bourne? Okay. Might have been.
Jamichael Hasty.
I didn't
What
see
is
the number.
happening? Ingram's 2 for 21 already. We like that.
Yeah, you're right. It was
Man.
Bourne. 84.
Well, how about that
Well, off
college
target.
football slate yesterday, boys? What are we thinking about that college football slate? Anything noteworthy?
Texas is
There
a
was
fraud.
some-
Texas is a
Oh!
fraud. Can I
Georgia.
say that? Can I say that a couple
Bulldogs.
times? Texas is a fraud.
Go down.
I'll tell you what.
+5, baby.
Yeah. I had
The
I
other
hit
surprise
that,
for me was Nebraska just getting absolutely dog walked by
Yes.
Indiana. I mean, it's
Indy.
great because I live in Nebraska, country. I was at a pumpkin patch yesterday with all these Cornhusker fans, just really excited before the game, and you could just see the sadness throughout the day as they're checking their phone and being like, they scored another one. It was great, man.
Dude.
Just
Dude,
love
Their
to see it.
quarterback.
the route
and
was
his
on.
little-
Yeah.
He's a
Bro,
fraud, bro.
Mr.
He is a
Raiola
wannabe
and his-
Kermit
Have you seen
fraud.
Yes, dude. His
God.
Patrick Mahomes, he stole his warm up. He stole his whole
Everything,
thing.
dude.
He does his whole
His walk, he does his
The whole
stupid little
spiel.
waddle.
Like, dude,
Everything.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude
even his
sucks.
brother. Even his brother looks like Mahomes' brother.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus
Go
it's
look
like,
at it. It's crazy.
That
I
is
put on your
crazy.
tinfoil hat just for a second, and when the COVID thing happened, dude, I swear our timeline entered a different timeline, and we're just in the Matrix now. What is this fucking kid from Nebraska? Like, I hate him. Now, I was watching this game. Nebraska went for it on 4th down because I think they have a backup kicker, and they were at like the 22, didn't get it, and I'm telling you, from there it was just all downhill from there, man. It was only 7-0 at the time, but yeah, Indiana.
Another surprising one for me was Kentucky, Florida. I don't know if you guys watched that one, but
no,
it was back and forth.
Swamp, right?
Yeah, been the swamp. A lot of big plays from DJ Lagway, their freshman, really exciting quarterback. Like, watch out for him in the next year or two. He's a freak, man. Like, real athletic and can just chuck it, man. Just bomb the ball in. So they were going back and forth, and then Kentucky just fell apart in that game. Like, could not stop turning the ball over. And so my thing for that is, like, there's 2 impacts to that game. That kind of keeps now Florida's coach alive, and they're going to lose the next couple games. Their slate sucks. Yeah. They're going to lose the next 3 games. It's Texas, Georgia, LSU, like that, and then Ole Miss. Like, that is their next 4 games. So they're probably going to lose those 4. And then they finish up with Florida
tough
State.
Schedule.
Yes, for sure.
Tough schedule.
And going into the year, everyone kind of knew that with Florida, but they had lost a couple early, didn't look great, and now they kind of turned it around. And they beat Florida State to close out the year. And as long as they don't look terrible in this stretch, I think their head coach might save their job. And I think that's bad for Florida going forward. They really need a new coach because they have an exciting quarterback and a bright future with him. But I'm not sure that this coach can do it. And then Kentucky, is Mark Stoops topped out? Is he done, or is that the ceiling for the Kentucky program? Is that the highest Kentucky be as a fringe top 25 team?
I think so. I don't think they could ever push into that top category in the SEC.
So do you keep him there? Do you keep him there just because he keeps you competitive, right? Like,
I think so. There's certain schools that can do that. Yeah.
He got them too competitive. He is their McDermott.
Right. They were an embarrassment before that. They were Vanderbilt before. I mean, obviously Vanderbilt this year, but before that, they were just a pushover, man.
Well, they're a basketball school that, if you can keep the football just like competitive and relevant, I think that's what you do.
Yeah.
How about South Carolina going into Oklahoma and just kicking their ass?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Oklahoma, hey,
the
Venables
trenches,
is going to
man.
be back in Clemson here pretty soon calling the defense.
What happened to Oklahoma?
Yeah, they got their ass kicked in the trenches.
They don't have a good head coach.
Or a quarterback, man. You got to have a quarterback. If you don't have a quarterback, it's brutal to watch in college football. It is just tough, man. I mean, look at
everybody's got one. Everybody's
Utah
got one.
Last night was a perfect example. I don't know if you guys saw that Utah TCU game, but holy crap!
I refuse to watch because if Cam Rising's not playing, this dude has been the biggest tease in college football, dude.
He was awful when he played this year, but he's had 25 injuries. So
he's just hurt the whole time.
What has he got? 8th year eligibility coming up next year?
Yeah, he's on that list.
Yeah, he's
crazy.
Van Wilder of college football.
Dude, bad beat here. I had SMU and Stanford over 53. Game lands 50. How about it was
smooth
38 points at halftime?
Yeah.
38 points at halftime. SMU Stanford game. They scored 12 more points in the last 2 quarters. Bad beat there. I was on Wake Forest as a pick'em at UConn. Easy money. Georgia +5. Woo. Man,
that
Texas,
nice.
They called them out frauds. Illinois +4. Illinois waxed Michigan, dude. That was a perfect little matchup there.
Hit that one.
I pushed East Carolina versus Army. Dude, I don't know why I can't get off of fading Army. I just can't help it. I'm addicted to it.
I love Army, man. That team's fun to watch, though.
Dude, I do too, but I'm just waiting. I thought East Carolina would have a better matchup. Nope.
No,
Army was up 14-0 like in the first 5 minutes, and I'm like, shit. Escape to the push there. Lost a couple other ones. I don't need to go through the whole thing. A recap will be on my X at @do_Neffy. Only had 8 games yesterday, guys. How about congrats to me?
Let's give a round of applause for you for having some restraint.
Yes.
Proud of you.
Yep. Restraint. Went to South Carolina Stingrays hockey home opener yesterday.
Wow.
Stingrays on the money line, dude, in overtime.
Is that like a beer league team or what?
They are in the East Coast Hockey League.
are they legitimately like have lines for that game? Like, can you really bet on that?
no.
Okay,
Jesse's
well,
in his own head. In his own
Right. Are you like your local bookie? Like you have a local
looking for
South
the
Carolina
Stingrays
bookie?
and the River Dogs. Yeah.
Hey, you could get some good action on that, right?
Man.
I feel like that's like highlight though, like level of insider like influence and some shady stuff going on, right? Like,
listen, the Solar Bears were playing the Orlando Solar Bears. Were playing this goal.
Been to a game.
Affiliate. Yeah, man. I did my due diligence and I couldn't find a line, but I was all over. I would have been all over the Stingrays.
Hey, lower level hockey's fun, man. I went to the Portland. I can't remember what their team is, but
depends when.
Yeah, in Maine, and man, that was some fun times, man. You get the cheap beer, tall boys.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we had a good time.
All right, let's get into slate. How about that?
Calories. Yep. Quick update. I think New England's up 10-0. Is that still accurate?
That is accurate.
We got 2 teams on bye. I thought there would have been more. It's just Dallas and Chicago. No one cares about either.
Is there a team who needs a bye more than Dallas right now?
They need a multi-week bye.
Right.
Maybe
they're reeling. Yeah. I think they just need a reset on the season, man.
All right. First game on our slate, we got Seattle visiting. Wait, no, it's Atlanta at Seattle. Someone wrote this wrong.
No, it's Seattle at Atlanta.
No, it's Seattle at Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm positive.
I thought Atlanta was going cross country.
No, we got to go cross country next week to Seattle.
Seattle at Atlanta. Atlanta laying 3 minus 158 and the money line. Seattle plus 134. Over under of 50.5. How about some geek mythology, Jake?
Sure. Seattle D, 3rd most rush yards, 8th fewest wide receiver yards, but no Rick Woolen. So their starting corner is out. Offense, 16th passing EPA, 17th run EPA. Atlanta defense, 10th fewest passing yards, 6th most slot points per game allowed, and they're 25th against the rush. And then their offense is 17th pass and 26th rush.
All right.
What do you guys think?
Kev, anything that Jake just said, Kev, that sticks out to you that, I mean, not having
I do have a question for you guys about Seattle, if you guys would indulge.
Yes.
Do you guys know what the hell is wrong with Seattle's offensive line and their run blocking? Like, they cannot run block worth a shit. I don't understand it. I know they've had some injuries, their offensive tackles, it's been shuffled around, but they are putrid blocking for Walker. And you think it wouldn't be that hard of a job. You just give him a little bit.
Yeah.
They can't run the ball, man.
Did they change from like a run zone scheme or anything from last year's coordinator to this year? Or was there like a big change in philosophy? Or I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just know they've
had injuries. I'll tell you, it's recency bias. They just played the Giants and they just played the Niners. Okay, that's what it is. Because earlier this year, go back, when Walker was banged up, Charbonnet played great in his stead. So I think you factor in Walker's injuries with just playing
O-line injuries and then who they played.
I think it's exactly.
So multiple things.
All that to say, I'm on Seattle +3 here.
Same.
This is a must-win spot. I believe this is one of my best bets. Actually, is Seattle +3. I just like this team. They travel well together. This team's been together for several years. They go west to east very well. Granted, I did pick this game thinking that Seattle was at home, but hey, I'm not scared, dude. And I got the facts to back it up. They're good. Even with Seattle's top cornerback out, over under at 50.5. How do you guys feel about that? Because that seems tasty.
So Seattle's offense is number 1 in total pass yards. So they're gonna throw it. Atlanta won't be shy to try to keep up. So I don't know. That's right there
see it for sure.
Yeah.
I like Atlanta in this game. Actually, I don't like Seattle. I don't like their team. I don't I think they're way too inconsistent. I think they rely way too much on Geno. I don't like Geno when you have to rely on him too much. I like when he picks his spots, play action, and can throw deep. Um, I, I I just don't like this Seattle team to be able to stop Atlanta enough. I think Atlanta's gonna be able to run the ball, and I think they're gonna be able to throw it at will, and it's just gonna come down to mistakes. And Atlanta hasn't been making too many mistakes. I like them at home. I think it's close to one of my best bets.
Yeah. No, I listen. I'm not far away from you there. I just like the spot.
Touchdown, Brian Thomas Jr.
Woo! God hates Jags.
London down.
10-7 now.
10-7.
Yeah, will be.
Oh my
All right.
God, dude.
How was that? A deep ball? What was that?
No, it was like 7 yards.
Over the middle.
I got that Brian Thomas Jr. Evan Ingram yards parlay we're working on here.
Let's see. Let's
Game
update
script.
you then. Evan Ingram, 2 for 21. Brian Thomas Jr., 1 for 6. So, yeah, you're.
No one
How'd they get
counted.
down there?
They had a one Christian Kirk 24-yarder and Tank Bigsby 4 carries, 18 yards.
This game sucks.
Yeah, wet field, 2 bad teams. Breakfast football, baby. Let's go.
Man.
You're gonna be
Football
sad.
doesn't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't have
Kevin
to
and
be
I
good.
just
It
talked
has to
about
be on
this, man.
TV.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're gonna be really sad when there's not morning games anymore, man.
No,
All right,
not.
here we go. Whittle in the house, baby. Seattle scares me because of their linebackers against the run.
Tyrell Dodson.
Their backers can't cover either. Yeah. I don't think anything about Seattle really scares me right now. I think
I
they're
just think
more
it's,
of like by name. I think it's by name that people are scared of them just because of, some of the things they did early last year. They faded last year and they've started it this year. They're just really inconsistent and they're just not a good team, man. They're just an average team with names.
Seattle +3. Book it. Jake, you got a couple prop bets you want to go over here?
I do, and I lumped them together as the parlay king. I lumped my bets together to make a parlay.
Prince
as
of
well,
parlay.
to give
The Prince
Yes.
of Parlay.
the parlay prince to give people an option if they wanted to jump on the bandwagon. So I got Geno Smith over 275 passing yards. Like Kevin said, they throw the ball a lot. In the last 5 games, he's gone over 275. That's plus 114. I got Noah Fant over 2.5 receptions. He's done that in the last 4 games. I got a Drake London touchdown. He's done that in 4 of 5 games. That's plus 125. And then I like Kyle Pitts to go over 40.5 yards. He's done that in the last 3. Put all that together, and it's plus 992.
Woo!
Let's
I
go.
love that.
Use one of those single game parlay tokens, and have at it, man. Thank me later. Don't forget to tip your waitress at the end of the day.
Yeah. I'm gonna start calling you the waitress now, dude. What did you just start? Yo, Drake London
Riddle with
plus
the
125 anytime
Yeah.
touchdown, dude.
Yeah,
That's
love it.
crazy.
love it.
I look at Kyle Pitts touchdown in this game. Kyle Pitts is my preseason.
He just
darling.
doesn't score, bro. I don't disagree with
Oh,
you. He just
yeah.
doesn't score. Like it blows my mind with his frame and like his ability. You would
Hey.
think, but
Jesse, I said it on the preseason stuff. That dude is you could argue with me all you want. He's not a football player. He's just a freak. He runs, he
Yeah,
jumps,
he
he
is.
this,
That's
that.
what they are.
But he just like you take some
They're
slow
freaks.
guy who can just find a hole is better
not
and
slow.
more. No, that's what I'm saying. Give me a slow guy who can find a hole. He can run like the wind, but he just don't know how to
Yeah.
get open, don't know how to find the end
he
zone.
doesn't have a good feel
Hey,
for space. I'll
Sounds
give
like
you
you're
No, he
that.
does
explaining
not.
me, dude.
Does
He's
not.
way more comfortable with a defender on him than he
Yep.
is with like
Yep.
in space. It's so
If he's
weird.
wide open, he don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Go ahead and book that Kyle Pitts touchdown today. If Kevin is so adamant it won't happen, it is gonna happen.
Fade me. Fade
That's
me.
great.
All right, this next game, this is a weird game. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Cincy is laying 5.5, minus 250 on the money line. Cleveland plus 205, and over under of 41.5. Oh my gosh, this game, I don't know what to do
Sucks.
with this. And I know So Jake's got some really good information. Jake, hit us with the geek mythology real quick for this game. Give us a little background.
For the nerds, Joe Burrow is 1-5 versus Cleveland. That kind of blew my mind a little bit. He's 0-3 on the road, so 0-3 at Cleveland. Like that, that's crazy. That blows my mind.
He's due.
So yeah, right. I think if he's gonna get one, it's gonna be right now. So Cincinnati defense is 11th most rushing yards allowed, but Cleveland hasn't been running the ball very well. 5th most passing
Ford
touchdowns.
is injured.
Yeah, Chubb's coming back, so Chubb's going to play. 5th most passing touchdowns, but Deshaun Watson doesn't throw the ball, so I don't know how that important that's going to be. The offense for Cincinnati, 4th pass, 13th rush EPA. Cleveland defense, 8th most passing touchdowns allowed. 16th against the pass and 18th against the run. So middle of the pack for EPA. And then their offense, obviously bad. 30th in the pass and 26th in rush for Cleveland offense. What do you guys think? It's an ugly game, right? A divisional game.
Yeah.
Cleveland likes to keep them close. Yeah, Cincinnati to win. Are they going to cover?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One of my best bets here, Cincinnati -5.5. When the book puts a -5.5 line out there, I'm always taking that -5.5. That just means that they don't know where to put this line. They don't want to put it at 7 because they don't want to have the risk on Cleveland, and they don't want to put it at 4 because that's not enough, right? Cincy is going to win this game, dude. Amari Cooper is on the Buffalo Bills now.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about that?
Do we talk about that now or next game with the Bills?
We need to talk about the impending Super Bowl victory now that we have Amari Cooper on our team. Dude, Cleveland, man.
We need Whittle to drop some Cooper knowledge on us, man. You know he's got a Cooper
Whittle's
nugget.
ears just perked up somewhere. Dude.
Yeah, right.
Listen, I was all about Cleveland. I was on Cleveland last week. It was too many points against Philadelphia. Philadelphia's got to get their shit together. They've only had one game where they were healthy. Cleveland's defense. What is going on? I've never seen a team with so much talent on defense and have 16th in pass and 18th in rush EPA. What? Like, I mean, has their schedule been so insane? Like, they haven't been getting.
I think a lot of it is they're getting set up in really bad situations.
It 100% ties into the offense. Like they get the ball in bad field position. They're on the field. The morale's down. I've seen some jokes about Myles Garrett trades and all this, but now there literally are talks out there about them trying to trade him. So the morale is just blown up in Cleveland, and it's all because they are staying with Deshaun Watson. If they would have benched him, it would change everything. So they're shooting themselves in the foot. So they're done.
Third week in a row.
They're also not turning the ball over. I think the the Cleveland defense is 29th in interceptions. Like they're not turning the ball over, and then the Cleveland offense is 32nd on third down rate. So your offense isn't staying on the field, then your defense isn't turning the ball over. That's a tough recipe. So
bad combination.
That's exactly what it is, and it blows my mind. So just because you're paying this guy, we'll talk about it every show until they make the switch. Just because you're paying this predator $250 million guaranteed does not mean you need to keep him on the football field, because you can leave him on the field and lose, or you can leave him on the bench and maybe you could win with famous Jameis.
Yeah.
But I think they want to lose at this point. I think the proof is in the pudding with their actions. Leaving him in and how bad the locker room has to be so frustrated right now.
It's just a coward's move, though. For me, it's like what are you scared of? Are you scared of someone coming in like Jameis and playing bad too, and you still lose, and then you have to maybe turn back to Watson and you have that pie on your face? Well, I think that's what it is. Just like a scared move. It's a coward's move.
They're tanking. They want to draft a quarterback.
Yeah, you know who they want to draft? You know who's going to be right behind
Shedeur, please.
Shedeur Sanders.
Please.
Shedeur Sanders.
Can you imagine? That would be the greatest thing ever.
Exactly what's going to happen.
Shedeur Manziel.
And then that holdout, he won't. You know he's not going there. Yeah, dude, that would be
Dion won't let him. It's going to be a whole dude. That is like the perfect game.
Yes, that is a dream
you guys know
scenario.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna
Cleveland.
they're gonna fire their coach. Prime's gonna come aboard as an assistant.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, no way. No
I
way.
hope Prime is the head coach there, man.
Head
Just make it
coach.
even more
Yeah.
crazy.
Fun.
So some injury news. Denzel Ward has been hurt for Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's pretty big, right? For trying to match up against Higgins and Chase. And then Juan Thornhill, their safety, has been limited with a calf. So those are two pretty big ones on the defensive side of the ball to watch. So yeah, what do you guys like here? Obviously Cincy, but
Yeah,
bets-wise?
I got a Chase TD plus 100 as for prop. Cincy plus 5.5.
Minus.
Cincy to win. Cincy to cover. It's Cleveland.
If you got to
That's
watch
all I
this
got.
game, if you got to watch this game, I got a couple for you, but you got to be sick to really want to get some action on this game. But I like a Higgins over 5.5 and a Higgins over 60.5. He's hit both of those in the last 3. And then I like Elijah Moore for Cleveland over 25.5. With Cooper gone, they got to throw the ball to someone, and he's been over 25 in 5 of the last 6. So if you got to play something, I'd play those.
Yep. Cosign
Disgusting
all of
game.
that. And Chase touchdown is
Disgusting
Kevin's favorite bet that he plays every week. It's still plus money. And with that injury news, I mean, it's just lending itself
I'd
to
take
a
a
Chase,
I'd take a
Higgins,
Chase
Burrow
and
day.
Higgins. Yeah, dude, I would
Yeah.
take both those guys for a touchdown too if you're gonna take a
Yep.
flyer. Wow,
Cincy
deep ball
minus-
complete. Brian Thomas Jr. actually caught it. Wow.
There you
Wow.
go.
Catch.
Yeah, it was a great catch over the shoulder, good throw. And Jacksonville is now in scoring territory.
Yes.
See how far it was. Looks like a 50
30, 40,
60
50, 60 yarder maybe?
to the 20
58
yard
yards.
20-yard line.
I'm
Yep.
Christian Gonzalez.
Look at that,
on the
Kevin.
left.
On the fly, we nailed it. Let's go.
Yep. You know, what's funny is I told my boys playing football now, so I told him what I used to do when I lined up at wide receiver. We lined up at the 10. I caught a ball for 10 yards. Kevin in my head, 10 yards, 15 yards. Keep tracking that shit on the fly. I know how many yards I had after the game.
Yeah, that's what matters, baby. Oh, Evan Ingram,
All
another
right.
catch. Let's go.
Uh-oh,
Where's
big
he
game
at?
now.
Yeah, big game, baby. Let's go.
I'm telling you that Ingram and Brian Thomas Jr. receiving yards parlay is going to hit here. It might hit before halftime.
Let's
it's
go, man.
close.
I got it. I got money on both. Let's do it.
My
Brian Thomas Jr. already hit. By the way, it was 54.5, I think. 58.5.
Yeah.
So All right.
Bigsby. Okay. First and goal.
we got Bills Titans
Cincy
next.
minus 5.5. Yes. Cincy minus 5.5 might be my best bet of the week.
Bigsby
Yeah.
first
I'm
down
gonna go
inside
put, I'm
the
gonna go
10-yard
put more
line.
money on that. I just said that, Jake. Tennessee at Buffalo. When did we pull these lines?
I can give them to you right now
yesterday.
if you want. You want them right
I
now?
pulled that number from yesterday.
It's Buffalo minus 9.
Okay, Bills
over
minus
under
9.
of 41.5.
Okay, that's what I was looking for because we got 8.5 in the sheet. I saw it 9.5, 9. Kev, where'd you pull that line from?
That was FanDuel. Pulled that from FanDuel
Okay.
yesterday afternoon while I was
And
watching the
FanDuel
college
right now
slate.
is 9.
Yep.
Oh, Bigsby down at the half-yard line. Brutal for the Bigsby anytime touchdown. Brutal.
Again, like we tell people, look at your lines throughout the week.
Yes,
You know,
good call out.
we get on FanDuel, got on there yesterday, got it 8.5. It's up to 9 now. You know, it fluctuates. So depending on, you know, when you're in there, what you like, what you think it's going to change to.
You always got to look for get the best of the number. Always
Don't
get the
T-Law
best of the
sneak
number.
it. Don't T-Law sneak it. Don't do it to us like that.
Didn't you guys?
Exactly
Didn't
what's
someone
gonna
take the
happen.
Lawrence touchdown?
I didn't. I just care about me.
Bigsby touchdown.
Yeah, Bigsby. Let's go.
Woo!
Tack that on the list, boys. Let's go.
Peterson keeping his job, one drive at a time.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Jake.
Yo, talk to me, Goose.
Didn't you have Trevor Lawrence touchdown prop?
I wish.
You talked about it on the show. I could have sworn.
I did talk about it on the show. I didn't
okay.
end up betting it though. I did not.
Mm.
Get on there.
I did a
Chaos
Bigsby
shit.
anytime with a
Oh, there you go.
with a parlay. I parlayed it. I did T-Law over 200 passing yards though. I did do
The Prince
that.
of Parlay.
Got to, man. Got to.
I started Bigsby in fantasy. Shout out
I don't
to
bet
me,
big.
my fantasy team.
What's your guys' philosophy on parlays versus straight bets? So obviously straight bets more like safer, higher percentage hits.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't bet big. I don't like betting big. I
No.
like just betting $5, whatever. And so I like doing parlays that have a chance to turn over. And if I hit one or two out of 10, I'm making money.
Yeah.
And so that's
Well,
what I like to do.
I typically will take, whatever your unit is. If your unit's $5, if it's $10, if it's 50, like whatever, a normal bet, hit a unit, and parlay maybe a half a unit, depending on how crazy it is, maybe a quarter unit, whatever. Kind of whatever your unit is, half of that, quarter of that. That's kind of how I do it. I don't know what about you, Jesse?
Yeah, so I always straight bets. I'm always risking to win a unit on every straight bet. Every bet that I post, risking to win a unit. Now, if it is a parlay up to 250, I'll usually put a half unit on it. So even to plus 250 parlay odds, I usually put about a half unit. If it's anything greater than plus 250, I'm putting a quarter or a tenth of a unit, depending on how crazy it is. So anytime that you see us posting bets, I don't put my unit scale out there because everyone's is different. I don't.
Right.
I just but that's how I do it. So, but I'll tell you right now, Cincinnati cosign 5 unit mega whale max bet of the century minus 5.5.
No, that's a good point though. As far as like everyone's units are different. Like whatever you're comfortable with, bet responsibly, please. Whatever you can afford to lose, that's what you bet. Like don't bet more than you can afford to lose. Don't chase your losses either.
Listen, you could always buy another house. You cannot win another game though. Come on, man. Risk it all.
Don't co-sign that. I do not co-sign that.
1-800, isn't it 1-800-GAMBLER?
Yes, it is. I know it well.
Responsibly, people. I mean, you're supposed to be having fun. You're not supposed to be hoping that you could pay the mortgage because Cleveland and risking the Cleveland plus 5.5 to pay your mortgage. Like,
you got a problem if you're betting a mortgage on a Cleveland bet.
Right, and that's why I like the parlays because you do, you bet a couple dollars and it makes the game interesting for you, and you're following multiple players during the game as well instead of just one bet. So
there's some super interesting data. I should have pulled it, but the books make like 60-70% of their profit off of parlays.
1,000%. They're such low percentage hits. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. They're so trendy and they're super low percentage. You just have to understand that they're low percentage.
Anyone that's
if you're hitting 10% of your parlays, you're doing great.
Yeah, and that's not happening, dude. That's why everyone touts them. The huge hits. That's why you see them everywhere. It's advertising. Like
they're flashy. Yep.
Play your straight bets. Focus on your straight bets.
Yes, when I give out my parlays, it's you pick out 1 or 2 bets in there you like and just play that. So
listen.
All right.
We the Bills -9 over under 41.5. Jake, why don't you hit us with the geek mythology, please?
Let's do it. All right, Titans defense is legit. They are top 10, no questions asked. I do question the quarterbacks they've played and the teams they've played, but you can only play who's in front of you. They've allowed the least passing yards this season and the 5th lowest rushing yards, so they're solid all around. They have not faced a top offense or a top quarterback yet. They've played 3 backup quarterbacks as well, so just something to think about, but they have performed. So their offense, though, is 32nd in pass. Levis stinks. That's why he's benched. You could say it's because of the injury. I don't know.
Combination.
And they are 11th in rush. Pollard is heating up. He's gone over 88 yards in the last 2 games. The Bills give up a lot of rushing yards. The Bills defense gives up the 9th most rushing yards. So that's something to watch in this game. The Bills offense, though, has been very efficient. 2nd in EPA per pass and 9th EPA per rush. James Cook got the toe injury, so watch out for that. He might be a little limited. We're not sure if Ray Davis is going to play with the calf injury, so could be a little Ty Johnson action here. So
Johnson game.
It's a little tease for some props.
Let me tell you. I'll tell you who's
Tell
gonna
me.
go out today. Dalton Kincaid. Anytime
Love
touchdown plus 250. First
Love
touchdown plus 1,000. It was his birthday this week.
Do you know what
Birthday
his
bump.
over-under is for yards?
You have it here at 38.5.
That is criminally low. Criminally low.
The Bills make me want to drink.
That's almost best bet lock. I mean, that is just criminally low.
Yes. Now, aren't the Titans like number one against opposing tight ends?
They are, and they've given up the least passing yards. But again, their linebackers aren't very good in coverage. They just haven't played anyone, dude. They have not played anybody. Their schedule for offense is putrid. Very bad.
You already talked about it, what the game script could be here. Our number one running back nicked up. Our hero of last week, is Ray Davis even playing?
He's questionable, but it doesn't look good with the calf.
Right?
They usually play those kind of on the conservative side.
Now we got our new weapon, Amari Cooper, drawing attention.
Yep.
Maybe taking a little bit of heat from the defense, leaving Kincaid wide open.
Their number one corner
Bingo.
is questionable as well. So L'Jarius Sneed is questionable, and their number 2 corner is already out.
He has sucked this year.
He has not been very good this year. That is correct. He's the
All right,
last ranked corner in by PFF.
Kev, give us your non-biased take here.
Again, my non-biased takes seem to be turning into biased Bills takes. It sounds like.
Got to get that Bills hat up there for you.
Yeah, man. Well, you'll notice a trend in my Raider cycle as a fan.
Yeah, where'd they go? Where'd they go?
Yeah, so my hat's gone. My license plate cover was gone. No Raiders gear on.
Jeez.
It's my yearly cycle. We can get into the Raiders game.
Yeah,
let's go Bills here.
Okay.
So hey, Bills. I'm on the Bills. -8.5, -9, whatever. Bills typically throttle bad teams, and Tennessee is maybe one of the worst teams.
At
their
home
defense
too, right?
is solid. It's at Buffalo. They're gonna roll. Mason Rudolph at quarterback. As bad as Levis was, this is a parallel. This is a lateral move. This is they're both bad. Yeah, give me the Bills. Bills easy. Bills big one.
Yeah,
I said
think,
not too biased,
hugely big.
Jake, you have a super interesting Pollard bet. Can you talk about that?
I have a super
Touchdown
interesting Pollard
Jags.
bet. Yeah, so the Bills defense does not do anything to start the game. They play really vanilla. They don't do anything special. They are very basic, and they let the offense run their script of plays, because typically when you run scripted plays, you're trying to feel out what the defense does and the looks they present to what you're doing on offense. So the Bills just show vanilla. They don't like to adjust to what the offense is running to start a game. They don't like to show their hand and their counters, and they wait. So they are soft to start a game, and they are known to give up first drive points. So I kind of like to play off that, and I look for players that have a good early line. And so Pollard has a first quarter touchdown of plus 600. I think they're going to run the ball. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, and even on the ground or even in the air, throwing the ball to Pollard. So I thought that line was just too good. I like Pollard first quarter touchdown plus 600.
I love that.
Just an interesting nugget, something.
You know what? I don't know if you hit this, but Pollard has more rushing yards than the entire Cowboys running back room.
That's
leaving
awesome.
Dallas, going to Tennessee. Dallas has
That's awesome.
team total is not overpowered right now.
Wait, how did Jacksonville just score? By the way, what just happened?
Punt return,
it was a
touchdown.
Oh, gross! We don't like those.
Yeah.
Gross. Nobody wins when that happens.
That teaser is looking better and better by the minute.
Sean, I'm not converted.
Yes, he is.
As Bills
Yet.
fan.
Yet.
You should
Even
see
though it
him
might sound
every
that
day.
way.
Every day I come into work, Kev's like, Jess, what are the Bills doing this? What's the Bills news, Jess?
You think
Kev,
Bills
settle
Mafia
down.
would accept
Settle
me?
down, Kev.
No, I
Oh,
get
you
it.
had Ingram open. What are you
man.
doing? All right, Brian Thomas Jr. 2-point conversion, good. 22-10. Jags.
All right.
Putting them on them. Putting them
The
on.
over 32 almost certainly has to cash, right? For that
They're at
teaser.
32 right now.
I swear to God, if they don't score another point, I'm quitting the show.
All right, see ya.
Lock that in. Yeah.
So I also like Kincaid over 38.5. I think that line's really low. Even I think Cooper there helps Kincaid, not takes away from his production. I think it opens up more in the middle. It stops defenses from bracketing Kincaid like they have been, and so I think that helps him. So I love the over 38.5. I like a Cooper first quarter touchdown as well. I think with the Bills will have something scripted for him in the red zone, I for sure. And I like a first quarter touchdown plus 950. Those odds are just too good. I love that early. And then anytime touchdown for Cooper is plus 200. So like I said, they might not have the full slate for him, but I think they'll have some plays, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had a couple red zone plays drawn up for him, get him isolated on the outside and give him some looks. Welcome to the team. And then I love a Ty Johnson anytime touchdown, plus 500 with the Ray Davis injury and the Cook injury. I think maybe Ty Johnson will get a couple more touches, and that line's too juicy. So plus 500 for Ty Johnson.
I love that. He always seems to score at home. I don't know why. I just have that in my head.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I love that. We're all on Buffalo, laying the points. I played Buffalo. I'm in this crazy survivor pool. There's usually like 500 people in, big money, and you could play the team as many times as you want. Well, dude, it's week 7. No one lost last week. Go back to week 6. There's 12 people left in this.
Craziness.
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
Everyone gets a $50 buyback. And most people had bought back. There's 12 people left. We're one of the entries left. Kevin had gotten eliminated.
Yes, I did.
Hey, what up, Diggs BT Dubs? All right. We're all in Buffalo. Bills take care of the trash at home. Go see Jacksonville Jaguars game. Good luck, Tennessee. Next game up. This is a doozy here. Houston at Green Bay. Green Bay laying 2.5. Minus 158 on the money line. Houston plus 134. Over under of 47.5. We have got some disagreement in this game, which I love to see. Before we get going, Jake, hit us with the stats for the nerds.
Houston defense, second least tight end receiving yards, but they've given up the second most passing touchdowns. Houston offense is 9th. Yep, 9th passing EPA, 30th run EPA, but remember Joe Mixon missed the majority of the season so far. When Joe Mixon's been in, their run offense has been fantastic. Green Bay defense, 6th most passing yards allowed, 3rd most passing touchdowns allowed, 8th most outside wide receiver points per game given up. Green Bay offense, 8th passing EPA and 16th rush EPA, so pretty balanced. The big news for this game for Houston is D'Amico Autry is off of suspension and will be playing his first game for that Houston D-line, which is already a monster and now gets even more help on the interior. Who wants to start us off, boys, with the loser's side?
Kevin.
Kevin, I can't hear you.
Kevin, you're gone.
Sorry, fellas. My bad. Yeah, I like Green Bay in this game at home. 4th and 5th offense and total yards, so should be some points in this game. Hopefully, be a good one to watch. Love seems to be kind of back on track now after coming back from the injury. See how he kind of keeps that rolling. Houston's a team that I feel like every week I feel like they're one of the top teams in the AFC, but then they play and they just don't seem to put it together each week. Whether it's the injuries, CJ Stroud, a little bit of a downtick from last season, little sophomore, not slump, but just not quite as crisp as he has been. So, yeah, give me Green Bay at home.
You know, Kev, it's funny you say that because I agree with you. They don't look like they put the pieces together, yet they are 5-1. So they are one of the best teams in the AFC. Wait until Nico Collins comes back. Mixon is healthy. Their defense is healthy. Dude, this team, as much as we hate it as Bills fans, dude, they're fucking good, man. Yeah. They are good, and they're well coached, dude. I love their coach.
Nico Ryans.
Student Matt got into a little bit of a debate on Third and Manageable on Friday night. about the top teams in the AFC, and Matt put us up there, but we're not making moves to keep us up there with the likes of Baltimore, with the likes of Houston, with the likes of KC. KC has Mahomes. They don't really need to do anything. Now, granted, we just picked up Cooper, right? Sure. But, man, these teams, it's like, it's like a call to arms in the AFC, right? And I don't know. The Bills, I don't know. We're talking about the Bills. But Houston, man, I like Houston. I don't like winning this game, though. Fuck them. Green Bay, -2.5, man. I like a Diggs touchdown in this game, +129. Green Bay is tied 27th last in touchdowns given up. Romeo Dobbs touchdown, my boy. I'm going back to the well. I think Dontavian Wicks is questionable. Houston is tied second last in passing touchdowns given up. Jake had talked about that. I am also going with CJ Stroud, 238 passing yards, parlayed with Jordan Love, 228 passing yards. I think that plays 2-1. I'll have to pull the tape up on that. I think this is an over game. I teased the over. It was 48.5. I think it may have gone down a little bit, or that might have just been my book where I placed it. I teased the over, teaser for the teaser, down, right? So I'm going over in this game, man.
I like that.
I didn't check the weather though. Anyone check the weather here?
It's supposed to be 70, and it's not supposed to be anything crazy because I've seen them make. There were a little bit of talk about that they're going with the winter warning uniforms or something, all white unis, and it's not even cold yet in Green Bay. Green Bay.
Oh, dude, I love those uniforms. I wonder what color helmet they're going to go with.
White helmet.
All whites?
Ooh,
all white helmet.
I don't love their white helmet. All right, halftime, 22-10, Jacksonville.
I like the uniform. The helmet doesn't match.
Hey, sorry, that Stroud and Love is an alt passing line prop parlay, so it's +123.
I like that. I like both of them to throw 2+ touchdowns. Parlay that together, it's +175. I think there's going to be some high flying action in this game. I also like Mixon over 80. That's +176. The two full games he's played, he's gone over 100. So 80 is not asking for very much, and +176 is too juicy. And I like Diggs over. I like Diggs over 65.5. He's done that in the last 4 games. So you put all that together, and it is +1,059. I think that's a pretty low bar. I think that's
a pretty. Parlay strikes again.
Pretty no-brainer parlay right there, boys.
Hey, it just makes sense, eh?
It does, man. Just easy money.
Kev, no props in this game, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, this is action all over.
I've kind of found myself is these low props in these shit games. I've been looking at more than the props in the high flying games. I don't know why.
That's why you're losing them all.
Yeah, I ain't losing them all.
It's hard to lose them when you don't bet them, you know.
Oh,
limited. Keep them limited. Quality over quantity.
There you go.
Unlimited. Hang on. Joe Mixon, rushing yards.
Yo, I must have been like delirious last night, man, when I was drawing up my picks, man. I got some fire bets coming up here, boys, in the next couple of games. I don't know what was going on last night.
I love it. I'm playing Joe Mixon over 67 rushing yards at -120. Book it. Yeah, they like to run the offense through Joe Mixon, Nico Collins out. How about Tank Dell? We didn't talk about Tank Dell at all. Thoughts, feelings?
I mean, a good player. I did too much high variance for me. I don't think his line was a little too high for me. I haven't seen the vertical stuff with him this year. They have not really gotten him stretching the field and down the field, and so I think that limits how high he can go with his props. So. That worries me.
Props last week. I don't know, guys.
For sure, but again, not vertical. Like the line's set pretty high this game. I'm just worried about it. So
I am seeing Tank Dell 64 receiving yards is -115. With Nico Collins out?
Yeah, man. It just worries me.
Okay, how about this? You know what? This is what should have happened, I think, in this game. I think game script lends itself to it over here. Maybe Green Bay getting up early. How about a Xavier Hutchinson receiving ladder?
Who?
Yeah, that's just straight degenerate right there. But
Starts at 16 yards.
yeah, there's a reason for that.
These are the ones you capitalize on, dude.
Yeah,
That-
I can't
you
wait.
get
I
my
like
laugh.
that one.
Clip
Yeah.
it. Hey, chat, clip this, please.
16, 26 is plus 142. 36, you're already plus 225.
There's a reason for that.
How about Schultz? Schultz is at 40.
God. All right,
How
next
about we
game.
move on to
Miami,
the Miami Indy game?
Indy. You wonder why we struggle to get through the slate, my guy.
4-hour shows. Let's roll.
You guys are cowards. Miami
Yeah.
at Indy. Indy -3? -158 on the money line, plus 134 for Miami, over under a 43.5.
What is this line, dude? How the hell is Miami +3?
Are we confirmed Richardson playing?
Yes.
Yes,
Miami.
Unless he pulls a
Lock it
Will
in.
Levis.
Miami.
Jake, give
Yep.
us before we get rolling on this. Kev, you can't pick Miami. Before we get rolling on this, Jake, give us the stats for the nerds.
One thing, though, real quick on this game. 84% of the cash is on the Indy money line. I don't understand it. Like, what is going on in this game? Is it everyone just so far
What's
off
the
the
ticket?
Miami train?
What's the tickets?
It's 78% Indy, 84% cash.
78% of the tickets?
Yeah,
Wait, no. What about the spread? I don't care about the money line. What about the spread?
55% tickets Indy, 66% cash.
Okay. I think
Yeah, it's weird,
that's
man.
a little bit more indicative.
It's just weird.
That's a better
That's-
number. Yeah. So more cash is on Indy, but less tickets. Yeah. Okay. Stats for the nerds.
Stats for the nerds. Miami D, second most rushing touchdowns allowed, but second least passing yards. Miami defense has been a lot better than people realize. They are the number one defense on 3rd and 4th down. They've allowed the 14th most rush yards. So they're good defense. I just feel like people don't realize it because their offense has been so bad.
Yeah.
Their offense is 29th in pass and 31st in rush. Who saw Miami not being able to run the ball at all? Now they have been banged up. Mostert, Achane, both of those guys are healthy and are going to be playing, so that helps. The Indy defense, awful. 4th most rushing yards allowed, 5th most pass yards allowed. If Miami can't move the ball on Indy, then Miami is sunk until Tua gets back.
Yeah.
Indy offense, 13th pass EPA, 19th rush EPA. Both of those numbers are a little deceiving, though, because that is more with Flacco and with Jonathan Taylor, and neither of them are playing. So, who's got what?
All right.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Kev? No, go ahead.
Yeah, so earlier in the week before AR was starting, I was on Indy with Flacco, but now I've flipped that script. Miami, Anthony Richards is starting. I'm just out on Indy when he's in because if he doesn't go crazy, they lose when he's in. He's got to have one of these like just where he's breaking long runs, and that just he can't consistently do that when he's can't consistently stay on the field. If Miami can get Achane going, healthy and rolling, that's what they need to do, run the football till Tua comes back, which apparently it sounded like he is coming back this year. Heard that
Next week.
a couple weeks.
Practicing next week. It's hilarious, though. He's going to come back next week, the week before the Bills game, and then he's going to come to Buffalo. Like, that just
Dude,
PTSD, like, that just doesn't sound smart, man.
Hamlin,
So-
I saw the funniest memes on Tua. You guys remember that movie Radio?
Yeah.
They bring him onto the field and he's running drills, and it says when
He's
Tua
running
gets
through the
back to
ladder.
practice.
He's going through the rope ladder. Yeah.
Dolphins, what are you doing?
This
Yeah, we
show's
paid
gone
this
off the
guy.
rails,
He's
man.
gonna play. It's like, bro, he's gonna die, man. Get him off the field. What
He
are you guys
concussed himself
thinking?
the last game, man. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you not know how to slide? What an idiot.
The only
Sorry.
other-
It was the judo.
yeah, that helped.
Yeah.
Only a couple things I got on this one. Jonathan Taylor out also doesn't help Indy. Indy
Yes.
just can't run the ball when he's
Yeah.
out.
Bro,
The other thing-
Tua straight up, he tried to grapple DeMar Hamlin. That's what happened, dude. He couldn't slide. He was too busy trying to set him up.
He can't get
Finger four
off.
leg
Tua.
He fucking hit his head. What an idiot.
Can we get a reenactment of that play, Jesse? Like, what
That
did
was it,
Tua
dude.
try to
That
do?
was it.
Let's see it again.
Tua
Let's see it
coming
one more
down.
time.
That was it.
Crane.
And then Hamlin's
kick.
just sitting there like, bro. And then
What are you doing?
There goes his head. His
What
head
are you
smashes
doing?
right off him. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing, bro? Slide.
Oh man.
Anyways,
The only other thing I got,
God damn it,
if-
Kevin.
Come
No,
for the
Where'd we
NFL
go here?
picks. Stay for the Jesse reenactments here.
Hey, we can reenact
Yeah.
every game, man.
Maybe that's our shtick. There is just
that might be
reenact every.
yeah.
That-
might be
that's
all
gotta
right.
be the-
round out your take here, Kevin.
Yeah, well, the only thing else I got, man, Mike Daniels, offensive genius, so they say, but you giving him multiple weeks now to get something going in that offense, and I feel like, dude, you still got weapons. I don't care who the quarterback is. You've got Hill, you've got Achane now. Like, they've got to still be able to move the ball somewhat.
That's a bad
Mike
take.
McDaniel, I don't know. I
That's a
don't
bad
know
take.
what he's got going. He looks kind of lost on the sideline, though, man.
Well, he's also selling cocaine now, so you have to.
He
factor
looks
that
like
in.
it.
He doesn't
He
have
looks
as much
like it.
time. Kev, it's a bad take. I'll tell you why. Their offense is so good, but it is very complex, and it takes someone
Yeah.
who is indoctrinated into that system and has been practicing that system. That's why it's gotten better year over year with Tua. So I disagree.
All that motion
Now,
and stuff is
Yes, and that's affected
It's
the
a lot.
rushing game. It's affected
Yeah.
everything, dude. So
Yeah, but as a top-notch offensive coach, he's got to adapt and he's got to figure that out with what he's got right now.
he's had
don't
to
know.
play 4 quarterbacks this year. I just don't think that's the.
I will
You can
say though, in
I think it's
Kevin's
better just to
defense
say
though,
Dolphins
like
suck.
they've had Skylar Thompson though in that system as
He's
the
been there
backup.
for years.
hurt.
and he
got hurt.
looked but he looked awful when he
looked
was
terrible.
playing. He looked awful. Like he had no control of that offense. So I
Agreed.
don't disagree with you, Jesse. Like when you run that much motion, there is so much timing on the quarterback and so much
Yeah.
responsibility. It is not simple just like get the ball, drop back, and pass or
Yeah.
hand off. Like there is so much timing to that. You have to be in sync. And so
Pre-snap-
I totally agree with
Pre-snap
you on
stuff,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is not easy what Tua does, and he does it very well.
Well, I said, I don't disagree with that take, but Skylar Thompson was there. Obviously, he's hurt now, but the
He
fact
got
that
hurt like the first time he came in. He got hurt the same game.
Every time he's come in, he's
The
gotten hurt.
fact-
And then
that they
didn't
just-
Boyle
just-
play the rest of that game?
Yeah, dude, he was awful.
And then they signed Huntley. Like, dude, I mean, I don't know.
well,
Now, all
here's
that to say, Miami.
We
comes
love
in
Miami. We love
We're all
Miami in
over
this
Miami.
game.
Hey,
that's
Achane,
not that's indicative of
49
Indy, not my
49. Oh,
That's hilarious. You had to get the backwards digging on the Colts there.
yes. Achane, 49 plus rushing yards. Indy is last in the league with rushing yards allowed by 110 yards. Dude,
Yeah.
Miami is going to run it early. They're going to run it often. They're going to run it with Achane, Mostert, Snoop.
Yep.
You might see Jeff Wilson. Is that other kid, Jalen Wright? I mean, dude, all these guys might go over 50. I'm taking Achane. He's itching to get back in here. It's a perfect spot. Achane, 49 plus rushing yards. Book it. Jake, I see
Kev?
that you almost ran out of space on your picks here.
Dude, I loved this game, man. I
Okay.
love this spot. I love Miami coming off the bye here. I think Snoop's going to be
Before you get going
Yeah.
on because this might be a 10-minute
derail
Jake
this
segment
train,
here.
man. Derail this train.
Kev, you have one prop bet. Hit it.
Oh yeah. To my point of getting Hill going, they've just got to find a way to get him the ball. I got Hill TD plus 190. Again, this Colts team's terrible. He's got to
Dude.
find the end zone in this game. I mean,
That's an
simple.
insane number for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is insane. He was 6 for 69 in the last game too, so they were trying to get him the ball. His targets
Yeah.
have been up. I wanted to do a Hill
Mustache
ladder, but
tangled.
His the Hill receiving yard ladder though, his yards haven't come down that much. The odds just weren't that good. So I agree with you. I think he's going to see the ball. I like Miami money line here. I don't need the points. I'll take him plus 136.
Yes.
I love an
Buy
Alec
low.
Pierce. Yeah, buy low. I love an Alec Pierce over 40. It's plus 190. All 3 games that Anthony Richardson has played, he's gone over 40 yards. So I love that bet. I like a Achane over 40 and a Mostert over 25. Like you said, Jesse, I think both are going to get touches. Both are going to run the ball. And then I love the Miami pass catchers. Jonnu over 2.5, Hill over 4.5, and Waddle over 3.5 receptions. I think all those numbers are way too low. I think they're playing off the pass too much, and I really think that Snoop's going to be able to get the ball to them. Just short passes, nothing crazy, and they're going to rack up those receptions. So if you parlay all that together, it's a plus 52.01. Fun little parlay for the Prince.
You guys got all that?
You got it all. I'll try to put a thread on X. I don't think I can do one post. I don't have enough characters. So
yeah, run out of characters on that parlay.
There are some really good bets in this game though. Like if you like Miami here, the numbers have really dropped. The books have no respect for that Miami offense, and I don't think people realize how bad that Colts defense has been.
Yes. Well said, Jake. All right. This is my favorite game of the week here as far as just a football fan watching it. Detroit at Minnesota. Minnesota minus 1.5, minus 124 on the money line. Detroit plus 106 and over under a 50.5. Holy moly. I see that we are all on the same side here, which can't be good. But Jake, get us started. Stats for the nerds in the game, please.
Detroit defense, 3rd most wide receiver yards allowed, most slot wide receiver points per game allowed, and the 9th most wide aligned wide receiver points per game. 3rd fewest rushing yards, though. Both teams have good rushing defenses. The Vikings defense is not allowed over 102 rushing yards this year, probably because their passing defense is so bad. Minnesota defense has given up the 4th most wide receiver yards, the 2nd most slot, and the 3rd most wide receiver points per game. So they're just giving them up all over the place. But they are the 3rd best run defense by EPA. The Detroit offense is 6th pass EPA, 1st run EPA, so very solid. And then the Minnesota offense is 12th pass EPA and 25th run EPA. One other note, Goff is really good against Flores. He's been really good against the blitz. So I just watch out for that in this game. I think he's in his 2 matchups, over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. So just watch out for that. If Goff handles the blitz well here, it could be tough for Minnesota defense.
Yeah, like you talked about, all of us on Detroit, big game here, in my opinion, to see, is Minnesota that team, that could kind of push through that second, 2/3 of the season and keep winning games. Hutchinson out. Obviously, Detroit's going to have to figure that out. Jefferson typically runs Detroit, typically kills them, kind of in part to Jake's stat of
I got a number for that, Kevin.
Yards. Okay, what do you got?
So Justin Jefferson has 1,083 yards in 8 games against Detroit. That is the most for a player against any team. So that's a great call out there, Kevin.
Yep. He torches them, man. Which he does typically, but especially against Detroit. Only other thing, a funny kind of stat I seen here, reminded me of some old school Rams QBs, and back in the day, the last team to start 5-0 and miss the playoffs was the 2016 Vikings with Sam Bradford at quarterback.
That's awesome.
I bet, that's a tough division. Yep. I bet Minnesota plus 600 to miss the playoffs.
I like it. That's cool.
I'm fading Brad. I'm just thinking,
the only problem is the NFC is just like, the NFC is not that. Yeah, it's not that tough this year.
They got a tough NFC North, outside of just the normal NFC, but their schedule is favorable. I'm kind of tongue in cheek here, but I'm kind of wondering if Bradford's going to, not Bradford, now I'm talking Bradford. Sam Darnold is going to be, can
Dude,
he
did
keep
you run into
that up
Jamar
for a
Hamlin?
full season?
Hey, they are
So
similar,
anyway, picked that up the other day. So I threw a little bit on that. But yeah, I
Jags
like
driving, real
big.
quick update. Jags driving, they're at the 30-yard line, 31-yard line of New England.
All right, I'm going to need New England to
9-yard
keep this
run.
game close at least. I got them 15.5 in that teaser. My God. Kev, I
Yeah,
love that.
so-
And I think here's one of the most important things here. Sam Darnold is going to fall apart.
Not good.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
All three of us are on Detroit here. I just like the more experienced team, more cohesiveness. This is an awesome game, dude. Like, I want to watch this game.
It's
Great
inside
game.
again too.
Yeah,
Goff
great
in
game.
a dome. Yeah, I think the
All right.
Detroit O-line. Yeah. What
So I
would you
think
like
this
for
is-
props there?
Yeah, so I was adding a couple props here. Kev, I see
Yes,
another
I
high
like your
total. No
style.
props for you, Kev?
Yep, I'm off.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Whew,
There
don't
you
worry,
should.
I'll take Kevin's time. Don't worry.
Yeah, you guys got this. You guys got this.
All right.
Hey,
Amon-Ra
I'll take the
St.
shit
Brown.
games. You take the good ones.
That's fine.
I love
Amon-Ra
this
St.
game,
Brown
man.
over 79.5 receiving yards. Book
Love
that
it.
minus 125. We're going to play an alt total parlay here. Amon-Ra St. Brown over 69 receiving. Sam Laporta, he's been coming on over 34. And Kevin talked about Justin Jefferson. How about 87 for him? All three of them together plus 227. Book it.
Love it.
Jake.
Yeah,
you got the floor.
Laporta's gone over 36 in four or five games. So I like that.
Oh,
That's a
Neffy the
good call
Shark.
out there. Yeah. And Justin Jefferson has gone over 81 in the last 4 games. So I like those, man.
Look what we're doing here for you, people.
Yeah. All right. I like a lot here. So I think there's going to be some scoring here. I think there's going to be some big plays. Both defenses are susceptible to big plays in the passing game. So I like Sam Darnold and Goff to both throw for over 1.5 touchdowns. If you parlay that together, it's plus 221. I like a Monty anytime touchdown, minus 130. I think that line's still way too good. He has scored a touchdown in the last 5 games. I like a Jamison Williams touchdown. It's plus 220. He's scored a touchdown in both of the last 2 games. And I like a Jamison Williams over 60 yards. That's plus 144. He's gone over 76. He's gone over 76 yards in 4 of 5 games. So I think that 60 line is pretty low. And then I like a Tim Patrick over 21.5. That's probably my best bet. He's gone over 50 in the last 2. And I think he's going to be that forgotten guy that is reliable for Goff to beat the blitz. You put all that together, it's plus 36.91 for the parlay prince.
Wait, did you say Tim Patrick?
Tim Patrick, baby.
Tim Patrick's hiding.
Over 21.5. We go way in the weeds here for you guys. We are pulling props out
I
of
put in a
the
Xavier
most
Hutchinson
obscure
ladder,
places.
and everybody
Yep.
freaks out.
Yep.
But Jake just
But
casually said,
I got the
"Oh,
data to
Tim
back it up, though. You go by the feels. You go by the
Patrick.
feels.
From the hips.
Yeah, I
Patrick,
go with the data.
We're gonna sneak him in. What the fuck?
He's got over 50 the last 2 games, man. So
Take your
21.5
dad and
seems
shove
low.
it. Take
Yeah,
your
right,
dad and
right.
shove it, JF.
For the nerds.
All right. All
I no,
three of us are on Detroit, yeah?
yeah, and I think this is great. What a great game, man. I think we
Oh,
all can
yeah.
agree there's scripts that could go
Amazing
for
game.
either way, right? Like Minnesota could
Listen.
easily win this game, and no one would be surprised.
Yes. The NFC
So-
North is the best division in football right now.
It is. Every
They
team's got
are.
at
Just
least
is.
4 wins. So
And
yep.
and like we talked about last week.
Oh,
Chicago's
touchdown, Christian Kirk. Did he get both feet in? Nope, they're calling him out. Only 1 foot. It looked like it might have been 2. He ran a great route there to the corner.
Here we go. Review.
There was a lot of sharks that
Yeah.
were on Christian Kirk receiving ladder
out.
this game.
He's out.
He's
1
out.
foot.
That's-
Yep.
one.
Is that,
Yep,
is
you're
that
right.
you?
Only
Are you the
one.
shark?
No, I don't like Christian Kirk in this game.
All right. Next game up. Last 1 o'clock game here. Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out Marianne from the neighborhood. Fly, Eagles, fly. Philadelphia Eagles at the New York Giants. Philly -3, -176 in the money line. The Giants are +148. Over under of 42.5. Once again, I'm just seeing too much agreement from us. I hate when we all agree on these games, but maybe it is a good thing. Jake, hit us with the stats for the nerds.
Jalen Hurts, 5-3 against the Giants. A little surprised by that. I thought he would have a better record. Daniel Jones, 2-3 against the Eagles. So they hold their own. Philly defense, third most slot points per game. So maybe Wan'Dale Robinson type game. They're 26th against the pass, Philadelphia is, and 17th against the rush, according to EPA. I thought they'd be a lot better than that. Their defense hasn't been too good, especially against the pass. Philly offense is 14th against the pass, or 14th in pass EPA and 6th in rush EPA. The pass EPA, though, is a little skewed because when A.J. Brown's in, the passing game's way better. He's healthy, so watch out. He's gone for over 100 in both the games he's played in. The Giants' defense is giving up the 11th most wide-aligned wide receiver points per game. They're 15th in pass EPA and 9th in rush EPA. So Giants' defense has been solid, but they are giving up outside wide receiver production. Giants' offense is 21st in pass EPA and 27th in rush EPA. So got a little fly Eagles fly here action from Wootsy.
There she is. Marianne from the neighborhood.
A.J. Brown healthy. Neighbors is back. What do you guys think of this game? Motor looks like he might play. Jaguars just kicked a field goal, by the way.
Hey, real quick, Kev, before you go in, did we mention Saquon Barkley revenge game?
I was going to get to it. Yep.
I stole it. Go ahead, Kev.
Yep. I'm on Philly. The group. I got Malik Neighbors, A.J. Brown, parlay touchdown, plus 450. Man, when Brown's in, that offense, they look a little different, so I like him. And obviously Neighbors is just the number one there, even with Wan'Dale Robinson kind of playing pretty well. Goddard's out, but all the other weapons are healthy, so maybe this we'll see if this Giants D-line can get after Hurts or not. It'll kind of maybe dictate how this game goes. Philly needs to run the ball. They need to run the ball, establish that, and then get AJ and then wideouts involved. With that being said, you could definitely see a Saquon TD in this game, little revenge game. At the Giants, we'll see how that Giants crowd kind of, how they give it to him. If they give him giving the boo birds will be out, or are they going to show him some love? But that's where I'm at in this one.
This is a tough game, and I'm sitting here. I might flip flop. I might take Giants +3 here. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The Giants are, like Jake alluded to, 9th in rush EPA. I think they're going to be pissed. I think they want to bottle up Saquon. This is a big FU to Saquon here. And Philly's offensive line has not been great this year.
Mm-hmm. Giants D-line's banged up, though. It's Brian Burns has had a groin. Whoa, you're flipping live.
Wait,
live flip.
No, you flipped. You flipped.
No,
you flipped.
No.
So Brian Burns is got a groin injury. He was limited all week. And Dexter Lawrence with a hip injury has been limited all week. Adoree Jackson is not playing. He's out. Dane Belton, their other DB, is sick.
Hey,
there's a lot of injuries. He's
not shooting from the hips on this one. He likes some stats.
Andrew Thomas too, out for the year. Their left tackle. There's some concerning things here.
Need his data. He needed this data before he flipped.
I'm going to start this over. Listen, this is a smash spot for Philadelphia, okay? If you're not betting Philadelphia in this spot, what are you doing? No. Listen, I've been going back and forth with this. All those injuries are nerve-wracking. It's in the Giants, though. They will rally. It's only -3 for a reason, right? Philly clearly has a better roster, but I'll stay Philadelphia -3, but I don't love it. I don't like it.
Coward.
Hey, real quick, I might need Jake to fact check this. I've got this written down here.
Uh-oh.
The Eagles have not scored a first quarter point all year. Is that accurate?
Wow. I don't know.
I thought maybe I thought maybe I wrote it down wrong. Maybe it was like touchdown, but I've got where they have not scored a single point in the first quarter this year.
That doesn't seem accurate.
Hey,
I know.
Go with the first quarter under. It's probably at 7.5. This game, I kind of like the under in this game, 42.5.
They did not score a point against the Packers in the first quarter. They did not score a point against the Falcons in the first quarter.
Check.
They did not score a point against the Saints in the first quarter.
Check.
They did not score a point against the Buccaneers in the first quarter.
Check.
They did not score a point against the Browns in the first quarter. So
Check.
that is accurate.
That is insane.
0 points in the first quarter.
There's your nerd nugget right there, Jake.
That is,
Wow,
how did I miss that
crazy.
stat, man? Jesus Christ.
Not a single point.
So, bet the first quarter over today. Book that.
Maybe we'll just all flip to the Giants, Jesse.
3rd and 5.
Dude,
Come
I'm
on,
telling
Patriots.
you, man. I
Pick
don't
up
know.
one
This
third
game.
down. Oh, interception dropped. Damn. Drake May
They
threw
can't
in right
catch on
into the
offense
lap.
or defense in Jacksonville.
Jags dropped it. 4th down. New England's got a punt. They have not been able to do anything since the first 2 drives.
Oh
of
my
the game.
God, this guy's. I could have caught that.
Yeah, it was bad.
Jesus,
It was real bad.
That would have catch that prop.
Was that Campbell?
What a
Yep,
loser.
Tyson Campbell, man, he's good.
All
Well,
right.
who wants to go with their props? Because you know I got a lot.
I got no props in this game. I just like the under here. I don't know. These teams are gonna play hard, so I'll give you guys the floor.
You're good. All you, Jake. I got Neighbors and Brown TD plus 450. Hit it.
I'll take it. Take it, boys. So Jalen Hurts to throw for 250 passing yards or more, and also to throw over 1.5 touchdowns. He's done that in both games that A.J. Brown has played in. He's a completely different quarterback when A.J. Brown plays. Parlay those together, and that's a plus 407. Love that play. And then Devonta Smith over 58.5. That is a minus 113. He's done that in all 4 games he's played. So I like that number. A.J. Brown over 70 is minus 128. And anytime touchdowns plus 160. He's gone over 100 both games he's played and scored a touchdown. So I like that. I don't think the Giants' outside corners have been good at all, and they're banged up. So I like that number.
Yeah.
Parlay that all together, and it's a plus 1268. I really like the Philly side of this game, and I'd be all over those. I didn't like the Neighbors number or the Wan'Dale Robinson numbers, but you know the Giants, they're pesky. They're gonna do something in this game.
Yeah, I agree. I think the real disadvantage here is just the run games.
Yeah,
that's going to be the tail of the tape in this game. We're all on Philadelphia -3. Book it.
Next.
All right.
Hey.
You ready to move on, Jesse? You good?
Yeah, guys, go ahead and hit the next preview.
All right. Yeah, so we got the Raiders. Raiders at the Rams. Before we get into this real quick, another shout out here. Alter Grounds Landscaping, show sponsor, big news, love it. Any of your landscaping needs in the St. Louis Metro East area, hit them up. Instagram, Facebook, get their website, $300 off project, $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. Again, any of your landscaping needs, they'll take care of you.
Shout out Altered Grounds. Thanks for hopping on
Yeah,
and
man.
sponsoring us.
Yes.
Bigly huge. We love it.
Yes.
Tremendous bigly. All right, I'm back. Correct. All right, next game up. Raiders at the Rams. Oh, Kevin. Rams laying 7 points here, coming off a bye, -310 in the money line. The Raiders plus 250 and over under of 43.5. Ooh,
Brutal.
ugly game here. Worst game of the
Brutal.
week.
Yes.
No.
Cup is going to test his ankle out and see if he can go
He-
in
think
pregame
he's
warm-ups.
I think he's
That's
going to.
trash.
I don't think he's going to play either. I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to play.
Yeah.
That's trash.
Yeah, I think Cup's out. I'm on the Raiders +7. This Rams team isn't what?
Hang on. I'm gonna let you go, but we need the stats for the nerds first. And then you can go on your Raiders, man.
He's real. You could just see it, man. He just wants to jump all over this Raiders.
This was probably one of the few games I was going to pick them the rest of this year. So.
Right. All right. So the Raiders defense, 20th pass EPA, 27th rush EPA. They've given up the 8th most rushing yards. I think that's going to be a big factor in this game. The Raiders offense is 25th pass EPA, 32nd rush EPA, so just not good. They switched quarterbacks, and I don't think it's been any better. Arguably, it's been worse. Devontae Adams out, so watch out. Rams defense, 30th against the pass. It's gotten a little better since they made some change-ups on the back end. 30th against the rush, not great. They've given up the 8th most tight end receiving yards, so hello, Brock Bowers. The Rams offense is 23rd pass EPA without Kupp and Nakua, and they've been 4th, though, in rush EPA. So that's definitely something to watch is the run game, the Rams run game versus the Raiders run defense. What do you got, boys? I think Kevin's the only one going with his team, backing the boys.
Yeah, Kev, simply because it's +7. I mean, the Raiders defense is terrible, but the Rams is worse. So set +7, give me the points. Cooper Kupp's probably out, so that offense for the Rams is still not going to be, that functional. Spread just seemed a little too high. Interesting stat on Aiden O'Connell. You hit on some of the stuff, Jake, a little bit. He has 0 scramble yards as an NFL quarterback.
Unbelievable.
Wow. 0 scramble yards. He is not running the ball. He is not rolling out and breaking contain. He is literally sitting behind
that Rams D line is good. I mean, they got 2 guys on there that are creating pressure.
Yeah, that was
Florida State.
Who?
Yeah. Jared Verse has been creating a ton of pressure, and then Young as well. Brian Young on the D line.
Yeah, so this is usually where like we talked about earlier, my Raiders fandom cycle. So my hat's gone, no gear, no Raiders. They'll win this one, which will prompt me to put my Raiders gear back up, put my hat on, put my shirt on, and then they'll continue to lose 5 straight. So just remember I said that. That's what'll happen. And I'm done my Raiders talk. I've had enough of my time.
Didn't last long.
You and everyone else that's listening to this fucking show.
Yeah.
How do you want to tank the ratings? Talk about the Raiders.
I am on the Rams -7. Rams off a bye. They just have much more cohesiveness. Did I see Jacoby Myers is out?
Yes.
So Trey Tucker game?
Brock Bowers game,
yeah.
Right? I mean, the Rams defense, 30th pass, 30th in EPA, and 8th to tight ends, like Jake alluded to. So I guess Brock Bowers, but just give me the Rams, dude. It's a big number for a reason. The Rams are a better team. With or without Kupp, doesn't matter. Kyron Williams games, book it. Jake, wrap up your Rams talk quick, and let's move on.
Yeah, man, I like the Rams here as well. I think they're going to run the ball. Death taxes and Kyron Williams scoring touchdowns. I think they're going to just pound the rock, control the ball. Stafford's going to pick and choose his spots. And so, yeah, I don't think the Raiders can score enough to keep it close. Not that the Rams are a juggernaut, but I think they're going to be able to score enough and move the ball on this Raiders defense. I like Brock Bowers here. It's the only line that seemed interesting to me. I like him over 5.5 and over 60.5 receiving yards. That's plus 102 if you put those together. He's done both. He's gone for over 8 catches and over 70 yards in the last 2 games with Aiden O'Connell at quarterback.
Yep. That is all we got to say about that.
Let's get out of here. Let's get this game over. Let's move on.
Carolina at Washington. Washington -8.5, -480 money line.
Not enough.
Plus 370 for Carolina. Over under a 51.5. We will not spend more than 2 minutes on this game. Jake, run through your stats for the nerds quickly, because this game blows.
Carolina defense, most rushing yards allowed, most rushing touchdowns allowed, 10th most
Losers.
passing yards allowed, second most passing touchdowns allowed. Putrid. Their offense is 28th pass EPA and 16th rush EPA. Washington defense, 5th most rushing yards allowed, 9th most pass yards allowed, 2nd most passing touchdowns allowed. Bad defenses all around. Watch out for points. Offense for Washington, though, is 2nd pass EPA and 3rd rush EPA. Super efficient, and they can really score. So it's going to be a shootout, I think. I think both teams are going to score. I just think Washington's going to score hugely big and really pull away in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jinx.
Got that's
You're
it.
up, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington
got,
second
Kevin?
most. Washington second most in points scored per game at 29.7. Carolina can't keep up. It's that simple. On to you, Jesse. What you got?
Yeah, I just changed my Seattle +3 best bet to a Washington -8.5 best bet. That is going to be one of my best bets of the week. Washington at least by 10. Jaden Daniels to get in the end zone is only -112. Book that. And that's all we got. That's all we got. That's the show. Moving on. Okay. This could be game of the week. Super Bowl rematch here. Kansas City at
Let's
San
go.
Francisco. San Fran -1.5, -126 in the money line.
Chiefs
KC
Kingdom.
+108. Sucks. Over under 47.5. Okay, before we get into stats for the nerds, we have got, drum roll please. We've got a show bet. Okay. Jake and Kevin are taking Kansas City +1.5. I
don't need the
taking
points.
San Fran
I'll take
-1.5. Loser will be wearing a full Halloween costume for the entirety of one of the next upcoming shows. It may not be next Sunday. It might be the Sunday after. Loser, either Jake and Kevin
Next Sunday.
versus
Next Sunday. It's got to be before Halloween, right? Next Sunday.
Neffy the Crean. Well, next Sunday I might not be able to do the show.
Get your priorities
Because I'll be-
straight.
I'll be
Yeah,
out.
right,
Kev,
seriously.
where were you last Sunday? I'm sorry. Where were you last Sunday?
Damn.
Anyways. Shouldn't throw stones if you live in a glass house. And if you got
Hey, you're
a
up.
glass
You're
jaw,
New England
watch your mouth.
+15. Your New England +15 is not looking hot. Just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
We all make
Jacksonville's
bad
about to
bets.
score again.
God hates Jags, dude. We told y'all smash the Jaguars in the London game, right? All right.
Love it.
Jake, give us the stats for the nerds on this Halloween extravaganza bet.
For the nerds, man. So Kansas City, 16 straight games without a positive turnover margin. That blows my mind. For a team that wins as many games as they do, they have not had a positive turnover margin in 16 straight games. That is unreal.
Crazy.
Usually, historically, the team that wins the turnover margin has a way
Yeah.
greater chance of winning the game, right? So that stat blew my mind. Patrick Mahomes as a road underdog is 10-0-1. He has not lost a game as a road underdog. That is just unreal.
It's really a
Unreal.
fucking underdog spot, dude. It's more of a pick.
Just unreal, dude. Just crazy. All right, so Kansas City defense allowing the least amount of rushing yards. The
Haven't played
6th
anybody.
least passing yards. They played the Ravens. Second most tight end receiving
Yeah, the
yards,
Ravens ran
though.
all over them.
Second most tight end receiving yards, and the second least wide receiver yards. Kansas City defense is very, very good. They have been saving Mahomes' butt this year, just like last year, and they've been fantastic. The Kansas City offense has been efficient, not great, but efficient. 11th pass EPA, 9th run EPA. Hunts give them a little bit of a boost in the run game. San Francisco defense, 14th most passing yards allowed, but the 10th least rushing yards allowed. They have given up the 9th most slot points per game. Shout out Juju Smith-Schuster game, maybe. San Francisco offense, 11th pass EPA, 16th rush EPA. What do we think here, boys? Super Bowl rematch. Should be a great game. It's got to be close. What?
I think I just almost
What?
fucking fell asleep.
Wow,
so-
those weren't
Nope.
interesting for you, man? You didn't like those Nuggets?
No, because the only thing that's interesting here is Kansas City.
Jesus.
All of that to say Kansas City is going to get their ass kicked.
It's not
San
about what you want to
Francisco-
happen, it's what actually is going to happen. You know,
For the
you
Bay,
got to take
dude,
the
for the
emotion
Bay.
out of it.
Shout out E40, dude. Tell me when to blow. Tell me when to blow. Tell me when to blow. San
Show's off the
Francisco all
rails,
day.
man.
That's all I got. That's all I got. I got no props. I got nothing
So-
else. San Francisco. Best bet, San Francisco.
Wow. Wow. Triple
this
stamp.
rolls into my Raiders cycle I was telling you about. So
Yeah.
now I'm gonna take the
Death
Chiefs,
taxes and
AFC
Mahomes,
West,
man. Yeah.
and Mahomes. Andy Reid off a bye is 21-4.
Yeah.
Nothing other than Mahomes, Chiefs. Good game. Good. Let's see that San Fran run game against that Chiefs run D. Good matchup. But yeah, give me Mahomes. Mahomes to win.
Hey, before you get going, I think a sneaky little parlay would be quarterback alt rushing yard parlay. I think that would be sneaky. Purdy and
Yeah.
Mahomes love to take off.
Especially
They
in
both
big
eclipse
games,
the
right?
40-yard mark. Yes,
Yep.
dude. Yes.
Yep.
All right. Jake, hit us with your prop bets for this game.
I love these picks for this game. I think I'm living Chiefs country. I have to watch this game for that reason. I hate watching the Chiefs like many Bills
Makes me
fans
sick.
do. But I do like this spot. I really like Kittle in this game. I like Kittle anytime touchdown of plus 185. I do like
Yeah.
Kittle's receiving receptions and yards as well. The lines were a little too high for me, but he's gone over 4 receptions and over 40 yards in 5 straight games. He's also scored in 4 straight games. So I really like Kittle here. I don't think the Chiefs are very good against tight ends. And so I think this could be a big spot. Also, Kittle has a knack for like the big games. He really likes to show up. So I could see him having a big game. Hunt over 13.5 receiving yards. That is way too low. He's gone over 15 every game. And I think this is just that kind of game where they're going to dump off a couple screens to him. And 13.5 is just way too low. Minus 113 for that one. Juju,
pick
I
there,
think this
Jake.
is a Juju spot, man. I'm all over this. Juju over 3.5 and over 40.5. That is way, way too low. Last game, he went for 7 receptions for 130 yards. He's going to be a focal point here. They're going to get him the ball in space, and I think that number is way too low. Parlay that all together. I will take that bet all day. Parlay all that together, and it's plus 26.45. That is a juicy number.
Whoa!
Juicy number. Thank me later when you cash that ticket. I happily accept tips. So don't forget to tip
The
your
Prince of
waiters.
Parlay.
Yep.
That's
In the
what-
house, baby. In the house.
Like I said.
All right.
I'm on San
Sunday
Fran.
night
That's
football.
Jake and Kevin are on the Chiefs. Loser wears a Halloween costume for a full
We're looking
show.
at the loser. Wait. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Me.
Yep. Get your
What do you
costume
guys
ready.
do
What
on
are you
Halloween
wearing for
costume?
Halloween? What are you going to wear on the show
I don't want
in
to
2
say
weeks?
it. I don't want to say it.
Okay.
I was
Be
gonna
a
say it, but
surprise.
I'm not gonna.
That'll be way more fun. That's going to be great.
I actually got some friends coming into town, and we will be going out, and we.
I think I got to be a
group
mermaid
costume.
or some shit, man. The coconut
Yeah,
bra
we-
or something.
you know,
Seashell
we-
bra or something, man.
We should make it that you know what? You guys missed an opportunity here. We should make it that the loser wears children's Halloween costume.
I don't have a
Oh, I've
choice,
already-
dude. I got 2 girls under the age of 5, bro. Like I don't have a choice with what I'm wearing for Halloween.
Jake's
man.
having a
I already-
party. How about it?
It
Shit,
just
dude.
dawned on
Every
me.
day.
I already know if somehow the Chiefs don't win this game and Jake, we lose this bet, I already got my costume. I already know what it is.
Perfect.
So
No,
I'm
no
not
spoilers.
saying
no
it.
spoilers.
No spoilers, but I already know
All
what
right.
it is. So
We've got a Sunday night football game that's full of headlines. I think this is the most notes that we've had on any game, and I don't know why because I hate both of these teams. The New York Jets are visiting the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Steel City. The Jets are a minus 1.5 point favorite, minus 122 in the money line. Pittsburgh plus 104, over under of 38.5. Jake, hit us with the stats for the nerds on this loser game.
For the nerds, New York Jets defense, 4th least wide receiver yards. Watch out for that DJ Reed injury, though. I think that is going to be pretty big. You're not gonna be able to cover both of, Pickens. I think Pickens might be able to get a little free here. But fourth least wide receiver yards for the Jets defense, sixth least tight end yards. Against the pass, they are fifth in EPA and 21st in rush EPA. I think that's where you can get them. I think you can beat them up on the D line and run on the Jets defense. Jets offense is 17th pass EPA, 29th in rush EPA, though. They have not been able to block very well. Outside of that Bills game, they have not been able to run the ball very well. So I think Pittsburgh might have the advantage there. Pittsburgh defense, 7th least rushing yards. Like I said, I think that's a Pittsburgh advantage. They've also forced the 4th most interceptions. So I'd like Rodgers to throw a couple here. That would be beautiful. They are 17th against the pass and 2nd against the run is the Pittsburgh defense. Pittsburgh offense, changing quarterbacks, so these numbers might not mean a ton, but they are 15th in pass EPA, 23rd in rush EPA. What do you guys think?
I think this game blows. First off,
yeah.
I want to shout out, hey, who just took the comment off?
That was me. You didn't say anything.
You fucking touched my comments, Jake.
Whoa!
Christina!
I was the one who put it up there originally.
Christina, little Mikey gets a girlfriend. Shout out Mike and Christina watching us from breakfast. Mike couldn't be bothered to watch the show because he was hanging out with his girlfriend. Love you, Mike. All right, Kev, what were you going to say?
Yeah. Hey, Russell Wilson in. So give me Russell Wilson interception plus 102. Lock it in. Terrible call by Tomlin, in my opinion. Justin Fields, 10 combined TDs and 1 interception. What else do you want? Yeah, he doesn't. He maybe doesn't make some throws that better quarterbacks make. He might hold on to the ball, run it, but man, 10 TDs, 1 interception. Pittsburgh offense should take that all day. I don't like this. I'm assuming they assured Russell Wilson he was going to start, and they're just staying by their word. But give me a game or two back to Fields.
Yeah, Fields had 10 total touchdowns, but Fields isn't, he's not making this offense that much better. Just because he's running in the end zone when they get down. I know that sounds dumb. Listen, but hear me out. It's all about their offense sucks right now, right? It just does. It's flat. Fields running into the end zone is the only thing that going, but that's not how they want to operate. They have to go to Russell Wilson. They have to.
Wow. Yeah, well, nothing like a shot of adrenaline from Russell Wilson QB. That doesn't sound like the answer. Because let's say right now, if Russell Wilson was starting the season and he had 10 passing touchdowns and 1 interception, we would be talking him up. So the results are what I'm looking at.
Fields didn't have 10 passing touchdowns.
They've got 10 touchdowns. I'm just saying, like, the quarterback position has to. But what I'm saying, though, if Russell Wilson had 10 touchdowns and 1 interception, they wouldn't bench him for Justin Fields. I know, but they wouldn't bench him.
Maybe they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Can we? I hate to interrupt this real quick, but can we talk about this Jacksonville New England game real quick?
No, the game sucks.
Well, Jacksonville, this is an example of why Doug Peterson should be fired. Jacksonville had the chance to go up 18 points, right? That's 3 scores, man. Like, you do that. You take those points. He went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. And so now New England has the ball up 15, only 2 scores. Like, that is just dumb coaching. Like, I don't understand that move at all. Like, take the points,
for one,
go up 18.
New England plus 15.5.
I know. That's why I wanted to talk about it.
I co-signed that play. I love Doug Peterson. He is the best coach. I don't know, Kev. We can go back and forth about Fields and Wilson. Let's watch Wilson play.
So I took Pittsburgh here, guys. Like, I like the spot for Pittsburgh. I think this is a classic Pittsburgh game. Like, at home, I think they're gonna. When everyone doubts them, you got Highsmith maybe coming back. Like, I don't know.
Who's doubting them? What are you talking about?
What do you mean? I think a lot of people are on the Jets here with Devontae Adams now coming in here. Like, for sure.
I don't think anyone's doubting them.
As the home team, they're not even favored by 3.
Dude, the Jets are 2-4. Like, so people are flocking to the window for the Jets. I don't think so.
I think so.
Right there.
I think so. They're minus
stop
1.5
the
on the road.
train.
I mean,
Stop the
the
train.
books are telling you they're minus 1.5 on the road. How is it not showing you that people are on the
Exactly.
Jets? Yeah, so they're all over them.
No.
Hold on.
If they were all over them, they would put Pittsburgh as a bigger underdog if they were all over them because they want more Pittsburgh money.
Jake.
Yo.
So you need to stop buying into Jesse. He's getting us hook and ladder here. He's trying to hook us. Go look at his notes. Hold on. Let me talk. Look at his notes.
You can't read my notes.
I'm not. Jake can read them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rat you out of the show. Look at his notes. He made my case for Justin Fields. So he's just being extra feisty this Sunday morning.
I agree.
Wait a second. So you're the one that put in an Indy best bet, but in your notes had Miami, but I can't change a take?
The show's going off the rails here, man.
Yeah. I changed it because AR wasn't starting. AR wasn't starting at the beginning of the week.
Caught. Oh, what a catch.
Anyway.
What a catch.
My only other take I have, so I tried finding the graphic to see the names. I couldn't find it again, but the Pittsburgh Steelers have had like 5 wide receivers in the last, I think, 15 years. The pattern is exactly like what's getting ready to happen with Pickens. Yes. They suspending for I forgot the exact term. They've used it on every single AB, Martavius Bryant, all these receivers they've gotten rid of or cut. You watch. Pickens is going to be suspended or traded before the deadline, and then they're going to move on from him. That's all I got.
Kevin and I are both on the Jets. Jake is on Pittsburgh. Jake, you got a couple props. You want to rattle them off real quick?
Oh, Drake May almost threw another interception. Yeah, let's do it. I like Devontae Adams for anytime touchdown. I think it's a no-brainer. Him and Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers loves throwing them 1-yard touchdown passes. I think in the red zone, he's going to throw to him. They have all those plays where they have the stupid hand signals. So I think Adams plus 160 is a no-brainer. And then I like a Najee over 72.5 rushing and receiving. He's gone over 70 yards rushing and receiving in the last 6 games. So every game this year, that's minus 114. I do have a little fun one for you guys. I'll say I didn't come up with this on my own. I kind of stole it off social media, but the 2 added wide receivers. So Amari Cooper over 80 yards and a touchdown, and Devontae Adams over 90 yards and a touchdown is plus 37.24. Huh?
I don't know if I like the Cooper over 80 in the first game. I think they'll fit him in, but that might be a little high. But
I think it's just you're looking for a broken play. You're looking for a big reception, broken reception, and then 1 or 2 small ones. So, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. Those are some big numbers for odds wise for those guys, and I think those are going to come way down in the following weeks. So, little something fun to parlay together. Plus 37.24.
Touchdown.
Demario Douglas?
Touchdown New England.
Let's go.
Osborne, 22 yards. Drake May, 2 passing touchdowns.
Cash it. Plus 225.
Ching,
Love to see it.
All right. Monday Night Football. We got a double header. We got Baltimore visiting Tampa Bay. Baltimore laying 3.5, minus 188 in the money line. Tampa Bay plus 158. Over under of 49.5. It looks like we are all on Baltimore here. Before we go any further, Jake, give us the stats for the nerds.
For the nerds. Tampa D has been a little suspect in my eyes. They are 12th against the pass, but 25th against the run. Like, who would have thought Tampa Bay defense would be bad against the run? They've been a stalwart in the top 3, top 5 against the run, but they are 25th against the run this year. Tampa offense is 10th pass EPA, 5th run EPA. Baltimore defense, 27th against the pass. Still blows my mind they've been that bad this year against the pass. 4th, though, against the run. They've been stout against the run. Baltimore offense is 1st pass EPA and 2nd rush EPA.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Tampa.
Dude, this is a tough fucking spot for Tampa. Baltimore is rolling right now. They're firing all cylinders. Yeah. A minus 3.5 road favorite. I mean, Kev, why are you on Baltimore?
Yeah, to your point, I just think Baltimore's playing well right now. I just keep anticipating that defense, that secondary is going to figure it out, or they're going to start to get a little more pressure on some of these quarterbacks with Harbaugh. But yeah, Baltimore's offense is going to keep them ahead in this game. Tampa might keep it close early, maybe come back a little late. Baker starts to chuck it, but yeah, I like Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Baltimore too. Listen, yeah, I got a note here. The line seems a little stinky. I don't know. Tampa Bay can be feisty. This Baltimore secondary, 27th in pass. I mean, that's Tampa Bay's bread and butter. I worry about Baltimore's pass rush a little bit. I do like, just for game script wise, Baker over 255.5 passing yards. I think he's going to be able to pass on these guys. He's not afraid to throw it, and that's what I look for someone if you're taking a quarterback passing yard prop. I'm on Baltimore minus 3.5. Jake, anything else you want to add to this one?
No, I mean, like analytics wise, there just wasn't really any trends I liked or anything that really stuck out. I mean, obviously you can always go Derrick Henry touchdown, and in Lamar Jackson rushing too. I think all those are good bets, but yeah, nothing really stuck out. I like what Godwin's done this year, but I don't know, man. Just I don't love this game. I think it stinks. I think yeah.
No, I'm with you there, man. I'm with you. Let me ask you guys, if you guys are playing fantasy, are you guys starting up Nick Chubb today?
No.
Not in fantasy, no.
What if your other options were?
I like his lines. His lines are low. Well, his lines
are low. Who you got, Jesse?
I was gonna start Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, yeah. See, he's gonna be out.
Yep.
Chubb, Braylon Allen, Khalil Shakir, or Slayton in a flex spot.
Shakir, yeah. Shakir or Chubb. The thing with Chubb is if they feel like he's good enough to play, maybe they just let him go. That O line hasn't been great, right? And are they just going to ease him in? That's a risky one, man. I could see Shakir having his classic, 5 for 60 and a touchdown or something in this game.
Yeah,
Cooper's going to get attention.
Yeah, agreed. All right, keep it moving. Second Monday night game here, and I actually have another fantasy question for you guys here. Chargers at the Cardinals here. Chargers laying 1.5, minus 130 in the money line. Cardinals plus 110. Over under of 44.5. It looks like once again that we're all in agreement for who we're going to take. Jake, give us the stats for the nerds.
Chubb is going to ball out. His work ethic is wild, and the Bengals can't stop the run. I agree with you, Whittle. I think Chubb's going to come back and be fine. I just worry about his first game back.
Not this week.
Worry about his first game back. If you're one upside, I think Chubb's the play. I think Shakir is limited, what he's going to score. I think he's going to get you 10 to 15 points. I just worry about Chubb's touches, how many touches he's going to get. So
yeah, same.
But I could easily see him score a touchdown and get 10 carries for 50 yards or something. Is it PPR or half point or what?
It's PPR.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe Shakir. All right, Chargers, boys. Stats for the nerds. Chargers defense, 8th against the pass, 1st against the run. Solid defense. They've played nobody, though. Absolutely nobody on offense. So watch out for that. Chargers offense, 18th pass EPA, 22nd run EPA. Arizona defense, putrid. 29th against the pass, 23rd against the run. Arizona offense, 16th pass EPA, 18th rush EPA. No Nick Bosa for the Chargers, though. I just can't trust Arizona's offense. I can't trust their defense. I don't know which Arizona team's going to show up. I know they're at home, but I like the Chargers. I think they're more solid. I think they're going to be able to run the ball, and they're going to limit Arizona.
Yeah, you just took word for word, Jake, what I was at. Arizona, don't know who's going to show up. They could show up and score 40. They could show up and score 7. I like maybe an ugly game. Chargers to win an ugly one here. Kind of a hardball special here. Run the ball, play some defense, take a shot occasionally. Give me Chargers.
Let's go. Tank
I like
Bigsby
that.
over 100 yards, by the way. Now that is finally they're giving him the rock. 22 carries, 107 yards, 4.9 yards a carry, and a touchdown.
I love
Big
that.
game. Let's see.
Love
Whittle
it.
going off on the Browns here in Chargers game. The Browns own the Bengals and have no D tackles worth mentioning.
The Browns
Chubb should
That's
get
a
at
good
least
point.
80 yards. I just Whittle. We agree with you that we like
80?
Chubb. It's just he's coming off a major injury. Like, are they just going to give him 20 touches? I
think they're
so.
going to limit his time. That's the only thing I'm worried about. I just.
What can he do with 10 carries? I think that's ETN is washed or he's checked out. He's both and he's hurt.
Yes.
So
All right.
all the above. All three.
I am on the Chargers. I had played Dobbins to get 78 plus rushing yards at minus 121. I'm still in a Chargers.
Parlay that with a touchdown, man. You should parlay that with a touchdown.
Yeah, exactly. Dobbins in a tud. It's got to be probably like plus 160, 170, somewhere in that range. The Chargers defense is elite. I'm not a Chargers guy, but their defense is elite. Arizona's 30th out of 32nd in rushing yards allowed. The under is probably worth a look here at 44.5.
Hey, plus 160 for that parlay. That's nice. I like that.
Yep. So, yeah, man. I'm on the Chargers here. This was almost lock potential for me. But it was almost
my best bet
potential.
Yeah, it's my best
there you
bet.
go. I mean, and we'll get to that a little bit. I've already changed my best bet, so the best bet graphic maybe is just something we don't pull up today. We'll just talk about it.
No, I think we should pull it up so we can laugh at how you flip-flop last minute.
Well, so did Kev.
Flip-floppers.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. You take the info.
It's why you played the game, Jake. It's why we do the show. Okay?
I mean, it is something for like as you
All
get more information, though, you're allowed to change your mind, right? Like, so,
That's right.
Yeah.
I impart these nerd nuggets on you. You change your minds. I get it.
Yes, sir.
Let's round this show into form here. I have a fantasy question. Would you start
Nobody
Geno
cares.
Smith or Kyler Murray?
Geno, without question, man. I think he's going to put up yards and points, man.
Good.
I would even say that, Jesse, and I've got Kyler in about 2/3 of my leagues, but I think I would still start Geno. Yep.
I'm a Kyler.
All right, we're all
too.
on the Chargers. Let's roll into our best bets. I truly don't think we bring this graphic up. I think
no graphic on the best. At least on any of them, or just the first three.
Just the best bets.
Okay,
it doesn't make any sense. We flip flop. Jake,
speak for yourself.
Give us your 3 best bets of the week.
I like Miami +3. I even like them on the money line here. They got no business losing this game. Coming off the bye, they're getting healthy. No reason to lose this game. They should be able to put up some points. We'll see. If they lose this game, just fire Mike McDaniel. Punt that whole team into the sun. They're done. I mean, you cannot lose this game if you want to salvage the season. If they win this game, their season's salvageable, man. They're going to be right there. They got a chance at a wild card. So Miami +3. Philly -3. That line was a little concerning. I think they want you to bet the Giants. They think the Giants are going to be there and hang around, but I think Philly's going to cover the 3. I think it's more closer to your favorite, like 5-6 number. And then I like the Chargers, like we just talked about, -1.5. I won't go into that since we just talked about it.
Fair enough. Kevin?
Yeah, I got Detroit +1. I think Detroit's going to show out for that in this game, just like them in that easy one. Miami +3 along with Jake. And then I've got Philly Giants over 42.5. I thought that was a little low. The Giants D-line out. Maybe Philly can kind of, get on track throwing the ball. Danny Dimes throwing it in garbage time, putting up some points late.
That's going to be a 23-20 game. That's what they're telling you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That one's going to come down to the wire, I think, with the spread and the total. I'm on San Francisco -1. I talked about it. I will not be wearing that Halloween costume. I flip-flopped. I went Washington -8.5. I just think this is, a chance for their offense to do what they were doing prior to those couple of tough games. I also locked in Cincinnati -5.5. The Browns, dude. I mean, they gave it all they had last week and covered that 9.5 number, but Cincinnati's trending up. Browns are trending down the toilet where they belong. Kev, pull up the parlay graphic for us.
Are you sure? No flip-flops on this one? We good?
Bro, you flip-flopped. You are the original flip-flopper.
It wasn't
Jake,
a flop.
let's go
There
bottom up.
was a roster change.
All right, LeBron.
So I already touched on Miami. I really like that Miami money line at plus 136. And then I like Kansas City plus 108. I like them as a road dog. They haven't lost yet. So why change now? So put that together. That is a juicy plus 390. I love that bet.
Plus 390 because it's going to lose. Kevin?
Can't wait to see in your little costume there, Jesse.
I got Seattle, Atlanta under 51. Seems a little high number, a little bit of a high number for me, with Detroit plus 1, giving you a total of plus 270.
I'm on the Jets money line. They need this win way more than Pittsburgh. And I'm with you here on Philadelphia -3, Jake. I know that's one of your best bets. I just think Philadelphia's the better team. They're starting to round into form. The team's healthy. Offense is getting healthy. Give me that for plus 224. All right. How about the Neffy special teaser? Neffy's favorite bet in all the land. Jake?
Well, I am 2 for 2, so let's keep that streak going. Yeah, Miami plus 13. I think that's just too easy money, candy from a baby. Kansas City plus 11.5. I mean, you're gonna give me Mahomes points. I'll take those all day. And then Philly plus 7. They might lose. The Giants could shock it, but I think they will keep it within a touchdown, no question. So I think this is easy, man. Lock it up. Let's go 3 in a row and keep the streak going.
Way to go, Jake. Kev?
Yeah, Houston plus 13. I've got Detroit plus 11. Also with Jake on this, KC plus 11. I got it 11 earlier in the week. I know Jake got it 11.5.
Yes, we post these bets as what we got them, not what they close at. Remember that. I'm on Seattle plus 13. I think they got enough firepower to keep that game close. I don't think the Atlanta defense is going to be able to pin them back. Green Bay, Houston over 38.5. I just like these offenses are too explosive. Kind of like both teams to get close to that 20 points apiece. And I just got Buffalo plus a half. Just Buffalo to win, man. And listen, I don't advise this in 10-point teasers. There might be a better way to add the 10 points, but Buffalo will not lose this game at home. It just can't happen. It can't happen. So, yeah. All right. Let's, Kev, why don't you put on loop? Why don't we talk a little DFS, boys? What are we saying?
DFS talk. What we got here?
All right. I think I like that snake style format. You guys good with that?
Let's get it.
We'll roll.
From left to right, Kevin.
Yeah, quarterback. I got Goff 7,800 on that.
Yeah, I'm going back to Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, quarterback here. I don't like Philadelphia. Malik Neighbors coming back. You guys can see that I got him in my lineup later. Daniel Jones, had to go cheaper on a quarterback. $7,000.
Yeah, I got Jaden Daniels, man. I think the matchup's too good against Carolina. I don't like paying that much, but in the air, on the ground, I think he can really put up some points, and that might be the difference maker and worth the extra cash.
Snake style, keep going. Jake?
My bad. Chuba, same reason. I think that game, he's going to be able to run the ball. I don't think Washington's run D is very good. They also throw it to him, too, so I'm not too worried about the game script. He's gotten a lot of points this year and for Carolina, and I think Dalton likes him, so I like Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, like that. Kyron Williams game, I mean, they just feed this dude the rock. The Rams' sole purpose is to get Kyron Williams the ball and a touchdown. Kyron Williams paid up $8,600. He's in a smash spot this week. Kev?
Yeah, I got James Cook, a little worrisome with the foot, but hopefully he can find the end zone. And then I've got Hubbard catching the ball, running the ball, and that, you know, a little bit of some points being scored in that game against Washington.
Yep. I'm going Tony Pollard, another smash spot for him against the Bills. Bills rushing defense not good. Tajay Spears out. Pollard should be running, catching, and running for his life. And I see that Jake's got the same play.
Yeah, I think that's easy money, man. I'm pretty much taking any decent running back against the Bills. Why not? We made Cam Akers look like the Cam Akers from Florida State. So, yeah, I like Pollard there. And then I like Drake London, man. I think he's become Cousins' one of his favorite targets, and he's been getting in the end zone. So I'll take a Drake London against that poor Seattle secondary.
Yep, love that play. I'm taking Malik Neighbors coming back. Going to stack him with Daniel Jones here. Daniel Jones just peppers Malik Neighbors when he's healthy, man. $8,300, you're paying up for him, but I love it. Kev?
Yeah, give me St. Brown in a high-scoring game with Minnesota and Khalil Shakir in the Bills-Titans game. You talked about it earlier, a little touchdown, spreading the ball around, new receivers. Cooper taking some eyes off of Shakir. Let's get him the ball a little bit.
Yep, I love that. Give me Xavier Legette. I know Jake's on Deontay Johnson here. I like Legette maybe to get open for a deep shot here, get a little separation against this Washington defense.
Yeah, I like Deontay Johnson as long as his ankle's good. He's been getting the rock, so I like Deontay Johnson. He's also been scoring touchdowns too, so that's always nice. And then big Juju game for me here, man. I'm really thinking Juju's going to have a game here, so watch him throw a no-hitter and do nothing. But Juju 6,100 is too cheap for me, so.
Yep. I'm going JSN here. I think a lot of the focal point is going to be on stopping DK in the big play. JSN working out of the slot. He's been up and down, but he's shown that he can get, 8, 10, 12 targets in a game. Let's hope for it's one of those. JSN 6,100. Kev?
Real quick, Drake May just got sacked, kind of hopefully ending the game for you here. It's fourth and very, very, very long. 4th and 26. They're going for it with 2-minute warning
10.
now. Yeah, 25-16. It's 25-16. So your plus 15's looking real nice.
Yeah, so tight end, I'm going let's go McLaurin. 7,200 and
Love that one.
Washington going to push the points up the board. And then Njoku at tight end for 5,300. Had to plug a tight end. We'll go with that one.
Put it in reverse, Terry. I'm going with Kyle Pitts, 5,900. That's my guy.
Watch out.
Kirko Bangs loves him. Kyle Pitts going to find J-Dirt this week.
Not in the end zone. I went Brock Bowers. They've been throwing him the ball. Rams haven't been covering tight ends too well. Someone's got to catch the ball for the Raiders, right? So I like Brock Bowers here. Then I went a little sneaky. Good, thank you. I like getting your approval. I like Jalen Naylor here. Little sneaky play. They've been looking to him in the red zone, and so I in the flex, I'm trying to save a little cash here. I want a guy with some upside. 1 or 2 big plays and hopefully a touchdown. 5,200 is a nice little bonus. So I'll take Jalen Naylor with the surprise pick.
Hit your defense too.
Yep.
Hit your defense too, Dick.
Browns, right? Browns. I don't know. I think Burrow hasn't played great against the Bengals, and I wanted a cheap defense who could possibly score a touchdown, force a couple turnovers. So yeah, Browns.
That's it. Don't pay up for defenses. Right. I went T. Higgins. T. Higgins, they're going to try and do what they can to stop Chase. Higgins has just been running wild all over the place. Give me T. Higgins, 7,800. And I went with the Giants defense. Let's just hope for a division game, maybe a Jalen Hurts fumble, or maybe a Jalen Hurts interception, something along those lines. Kev, round us out.
Yeah, same on the defense there. 3,200 Giants. I'll take them. Not a lot of cash on them. My last spot, flex spot, 6,200 on Waddle against that terrible Colts defense. Find the end zone. That's where we're at on that.
Love it. Love it. You guys have any closing thoughts here? I know this London game is in a 2-minute warning I see right now. Jags are up 25-16. The teaser could stay alive. Kev, you want to pull them bets up real quick? The London bets?
Yep.
Drake May plus 2 touchdowns. Cash it. Plus 2.
Yep, plus 225. Nice play there.
Evan
Jake.
Ingram over 4.5 receptions. Brian Thomas over 54.5 as well.
Pretty sure I hit my Trevor Lawrence over rushing yards.
Yep, we got a lot of bets here. We peppered the board here. Not the game I wanted to see, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, get us out of here. This show, guys, brought to you by Kayak Pools. Kayak Pools, a hassle-free pool experience that empowers customers to turn their own backyard into a fun and relaxing family destination. W Energy, W.GG. Use promo code DUE. Get 10% off your first purchase. Go check out Sons of Erie for awesome lifestyle. Bills Mafia, they do it all. They have awesome artwork. Hopefully apparel coming back. They have amazing apparel. And Kev, our newest show sponsor.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Pull that graphic up.
We got Alter Grounds, landscaping, outdoor services, any of your outdoor needs, pavers, playgrounds, retaining walls, water features. I know he's praying for these snowstorms coming in the Midwest so he can get that plow going, get in the winter, make a little cash for him. So yeah, Alter Grounds, take care of you, any of your needs. Hit them up. $300 off your project of $3,000 or more with code AGNOTB. That's code AGNOTB. Also, check us out on TikTok. Also, no.2.1.blame. We put some clips out for some of the shows. That's about it.
Love it. Any closing thoughts, guys?
Let's have a day, man. We're already in week 7. It's flying by, so enjoy the football slate because before we know it, we're gonna be back in the off season. So let's enjoy it. Have a day.
Enjoy the ride. If all your bets lose, you have no one to blame but yourself. Good to be seen, fellas.
Go Bills.
Blame.
Go Bills.
Jags win. New England lose. Love it. Love to see it. Cash the ticket.